Welcome, friends. OG Murphy here with you. We are getting ready to run some. It's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's Pathfinder Second Edition. Is the rule set mostly. We do homebrew it a little bit. It is in a completely homebrewed setting. The world of Valmina. This is a game that started off, off stream that these guys are kind of letting me bring on. So, it's a big game. There's 8 of us, 7 players, and myself. We do move through things a little bit more slowly, and this is it's pretty wild, pretty out there group. Not really politically correct. All the warnings are up there for a reason. So, if you have sensitivities, this might not be the stream for you. But otherwise, stick around, hang out, and we should be in for it tonight. We'll do a little bit of recap here in a minute when I pick up all the players, but it is we're between a rock and a hard place right now. The stream's called Cornered, and that is pretty much where we're at. Let's get to it.
My immune system to grow.
I'm live.
Answer this: did you ever drink from the water hose growing up?
Oh yeah,
water hose?
every day.
Who didn't?
Tyler didn't.
No, I did.
No.
Maybe that's why he's always sick.
You didn't drink enough.
Poisoned groundwater. Who knows?
Could be anything.
Yeah, careful of the tight.
We're getting back to it, you guys. Last week we ended with you guys having cleared this cave system, killed every single drow that you came across. Not immediately, granted, but after there was a bit of touchiness over some cursed stone, everyone ended up dead. All the drow ended up dead. You guys found a bunch of kobolds, including a few which were familiar to you because you knew they were like Nox's followers. You had run into them previously in game. That'd be 2 or 3 months ago, probably. And that is, of course, the beginning of our campaign. When you guys interviewed them, they were very honest with you. They were like, if you let us go, we are going to go back to Nox and do everything we can to support him. You guys asked them, like, where does this hole go? They're like, we don't know. They come and go. You guys asked them about the Great Below. They're like, well, we do know a little about the Great Below. We've been down there, but we haven't come and go this way. So we have no idea, what that looks like, what it's going to look like when we get down there, except that it was very dangerous. They were certain that going into the Great Below was going to be death. So much so that even when they had ultimately been released and given back their arms and armor, they turned to, whoever the nearest party member was and said, it would have been easier, simpler, if you had just killed us when you found us,
Deal. Got you.
So, but I digress. Before we got to that point, you guys, decided to bed down inside the cave system for the night using your, lantern of hiding things. You guys had, set it up and started watch, and on your first watch, Galfast, Pet Banjo, smelled more drow near the opening of this cave, and you guys determined that there were likely more of them around. You confirmed this by basically slapping a kobold on the ass and saying, go check it out! And he got filled full of arrows, in much more than just his knee. And after a second one was also, shot down and lies dead in the entrance because you guys were just kind of, staging down there. Eventually, you guys kind of, all retreated back. A bunch of you are in the upper areas. And then you decide, well, we're going to go... ultimately the decision was made to let the prisoners out and to, recover their gear. You guys are level 9 adventurers. They're kobolds. They're not a huge threat to you guys. But, letting them all out, that's a choice, right? Made mostly on Reed's behalf, as Arthur agreed that would be the case if they were honest, and as far as they were. So with that, I want to know just super briefly what your characters feel about where you're at with the two kind of obvious options to you being going out the way you came in and being shot at, or dropping down this shaft into the unknown. You guys kind of find yourself stuck between these two options. as of now. And I'm going to do a quick little roly-poo. Little roly-poo, poo. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Joe, you get to start us off. Tell us
So
what Reed thinks.
Reed's acknowledging that we're kind of like in a rock and a hard place. One with like the fact that we promised to not kill these kobolds, so now he's morally obligated to not kill them, which puts us in even more difficult situation because we know that they are actively working with our enemy, actively working for our enemy, and have outright declared that they are gonna do everything they can to go back.
I do declare.
So that is a highly moral conundrum for him. In addition to that, he knows how strong our party is. I mean, we've quite literally fought dragons and through cities of undead. So he's like, we're stuck in a difficult decision between, do we go to the Underdark and take our chances there, or do we
The Great Below,
or do we risk it and try and fight through these drow? One of the options is like familiar fighting to him. The other one is he has no idea what's going to be down there in the Great Below. No
Basically
idea
zero
what
context.
it looks like, right?
Yeah.
What kind of monsters are lurking there? How strong they are, et cetera, et cetera.
And that puts you in the same boat as the rest of the members of your party. Pick your victim.
Let's go with Rowan.
Rowan.
So Rowan's a little confused because he's like, hey, this group of people that I'm new to ran into some old friends, but now they're not wanting to be friendly to them? Referring to the kobolds.
Mm-hmm.
But he really also doesn't want to go deeper into this cave because he's wants that connection again to the grass and the trees and the plants. But he'll kind of just go along with whatever comes up.
Cool. Love that for him.
That's and my victim will be Stover.
All right, bud. Tell us where Arthur's at right now.
You could say Arthur was going to say the same phrases what Reed was getting out at the rock and a hard place, because everyone's tired. Like, we slept like an hour.
Yeah, you guys did not get your long rest benefit.
So we're on a rest deficit. There's a time window there where we eventually need to get some kind of rest, but that's not going to happen. Like, we're going to have to fight for the night, and fighting through the edge of the cave isn't favorable. But to go into the Great Below, then it's like, okay, now we're going to be boxed in because the Drew will just take over their cave again. But it's not like we're thinking in the best way. Like, Arthur in particular, he's got an idea of what to do, but he's so, exhausted that I don't know if he would make, the best logical decision. I think he's just going to, fight for his life and hope that works out. With the kobolds as a temporary ally and cannon fodder to at least buy him some time.
You're already 2 kobolds down, so
What was it, 8 more to go or something?
28.
28 more.
28.
To go.
There you go.
He would be. I think if he slept right, he probably would just be just tell the kobolds to be in the front line. We'll send some of our guys to make it look like we're going to be right there next to him, and then they end up, the problem will take care of itself in the battle.
Operation Cobalt Shield.
Yeah. Arthur's not a fan of him, but he understands the situation enough to be like, look, I really could care less, but now that we're stuck in the cave together, all right, fine. Just get them capable. They're even more tired than we are. if I remember right, Dave.
Yeah, they're like wounded and not at full hit points, which they don't have many to start with, and they're
We can
yeah,
see
They're
their
like
ribs.
limping.
yeah, malnourished.
Yeah, we kept the light on all night, so I think that also was a negative impact on them.
Yeah.
But anyway, Arthur's probably if he sees the gang going towards the Great Below, and he realizes he's going to be left behind, he'll be like, fine, I guess, and just he'll take his chances. But
Yeah, that's some good inside knowledge.
yeah, that's where Arthur's at.
All right,
So we're going.
pick your victim.
I'm gonna say Aaron.
Yeah, so Galfast is very excited to go in the Great Below. He's fought elves before. He doesn't particularly like them. Spent a lot of time above ground, which, his whole life has felt a little weird. And now an opportunity to go even deeper, that sounds amazing. And maybe, there could be subterfuge down there, ways to smuggle goods. There's all kinds of opportunities. He has a bow, he's quiet, he's going to fit right in. He's really excited. What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Snip that.
Nothing's ever gone wrong after anyone said that.
Yeah, play that in 2 hours.
Your victim, sir.
Would you say that Galfast likes it deep?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, deep and below.
There you go.
Who hasn't gone?
It's Tyler and Anthony.
Oh, poor Tyler. Tyler, you can struggle it out.
All right. A test is. He's pretty excited, actually. He's interested in the magic and the things they might find while he's down there. He always likes exploring and seeing new things. So, he's not super excited to have the kobolds there and have to deal with that. Just one more thing to worry about, but it'll still be fun.
Cool.
And then Anthony.
Simone is irritated that we're even having to think about the kobolds, as he just wanted to execute them where they were, because he also saw it as a mercy. He saw the state that the kobolds were in, and we kind of knew that this isn't something we could handle, at least on like a mass scale. And so the fact that not only that, he had to go chase one of those little fuckers, and he found one of them in a barrel. Like, it was like not conducive to keeping him in a good mood. And he's been bleeding out of his ass, and he's been only had like an hour's sleep, and he gets really grumpy if he doesn't get at least 6 hours in, and so he's kind of hoping that once we get into the Great Below, that at least Ood will survive to get us kind of on like a common path. Like at least, I'm sure there's major roads in the Great Below, or at least great, major like, walkways or something. At least we can be on the right track and then just off her and then continue on our path,
Oh.
And now I picked David.
You pick me?
Kythar.
Yeah.
Great.
Just give a little bit of background for Kythar.
I mean, yeah, you can give a little background for Kythar. Basically, Kythar spent the entire last... I know you were absent. Kythar spent the last episode standing behind Arthur looking intimidating as fuck while he was saying, like, if you lie to us, we're going to sick this guy on you. And, like, you were on one side and Reed was on the other. So, a little background for Kythar.
Gotcha. Okay. Very little. All right. Kythar wants to smash
Kythar wants to smash.
Arthur.
Good looking guy.
Arthur will defend himself.
Speaking of the Great Below.
And with that, mechanically, you guys have not gotten a long rest, but what you have had is 1 hour in the same spot. So if you would like to spend any of your hit die to recover hit points for that hour, you can roll up to as many, of whatever your hit die you have. I don't actually know if that's still a Pathfinder 2e thing or not. I'm actually talking Pathfinder 1e, I now realize. Is that still a thing? You still have hit die and you still short rest?
Yes, it's called a recovery check now, though.
Okay.
And so how recovery checks works is I think you get as many of them as you have hit die per your level. And then once you're out, you can't recover anymore. You know what I mean? I think that's how that works. Let me see here. God, I love Copilot in Windows because it's just basically my answer question. Answer this question I have.
Yeah, I love
Right away.
I love asking my smartwatch questions and having it spit the answer out at me. It makes me feel like I'm living in a sci-fi movie. Like it really fucking.
Oh, that's a cool. It says recovery check is a flat check you make when you are dying. Ah, never mind.
All right.
I must have read that wrong.
Sounds like he's happy to fix that.
No.
But you guys know that there are drow, more than likely. I guess you only saw the arrows, but they're more than likely drow outside the cave, right? You guys have decided to let out the prisoners. So, you guys can kind of do that in whatever order you like. But you know that they are, out there somewhere. You've fully explored this cave system, and so you feel confident that you know what's in here, and there's this other way apparently. So keep that in mind as you guys are having your conversations and deciding what you're doing. That you are aware you are in the presence of more drow presently. And while I look up resting stuff and see what the deal is there, we are going to kick off. We're going to say that Kythar. I'm sorry, Reed, you were the one looking over the prisoners. So who does the rest of the group send back to Reed to go get the kobold prisoners out?
I think Simone was already kind of doing that running back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah,
because he got some of the first wave, so then there was a second.
So I can definitely take that over if need be.
Okay, sounds good. Then I'm just going to say that because I'm just looking for a narrative beat here. So Simone, you come jogging back to the group after letting Reed know and kind of sticking around for a minute, and all these guys are getting unlatched, and you can hear the soft thud of and click and clack of all of their taloned feet, on the stone of this surface, all 20 some odd of them, walking behind Reed's giant fucking footfalls. And as the rest of you guys are kind of standing in this front chamber, Reed is here, towering over this horde of kobolds. What do you guys want to do?
So what are we doing with the kobolds? We're letting them all go now?
Yeah, have them cover our escape.
I'm gonna be like, what do you mean, fool? You're the one that told us not to kill him.
Yeah. I mean, we're letting them go now, so we don't have to deal with them?
Well, they're dead either way.
Oh my god!
We can only use this to our advantage.
What do you mean? What are we doing? What's going on?
It's either they go out the front door, fool. Yeah, it's either they go out the front door, fool, and get shot full of arrows by those drow putos outside, or they go down to the grate below with us and possibly get eaten, blown up. Honestly, I don't really know what's down there, fool. I am what you call an above ground merchant type.
I'm gonna look at the kobold that's nearest to me and be like, what's down there?
Darkness, monsters, other ways up, but mostly darkness and monsters and drow.
Have you tried using a torch?
There's more drow on the other side.
You should not. That's not a good idea down there. That's not good.
How would you know? You've never been down there.
And he looks around to and Yudi steps forward, and she's like, as we mentioned before, we have in fact been down there. It's how we got to this continent from where we met you last.
So if you had to take your chances with drow or the Great Below,
I'd say you're likely to run into drow either way with those two as the choices.
So we can fight the drow at the front door, or we can fight drow and extras
The back door.
below. Through the...
I vote we go down, fool. I am not interested in fighting drow at night, fool. as they like dark things and it's dark outside. And while some of us can see through the dark, a lot of it, or some of us can't. And it might be like hella. We might take our chances, fool, in the deep dark.
But it's
Dark
it's
down deep.
there too, and there's drow.
Yeah, but there's things that eat drow too, right? I mean, that's kind of what we're all implying here, right?
Oh,
If they eat drow, what else do they eat?
We can defend ourselves, fool, right? I mean, come on. The thing is I don't want to walk into like a disadvantage, encounter, fool. At least with like the undead, we had ways to think through and go around the city, like, walking out of a single cave, fool. Like that's not conducive to like a good, I'm gonna look at Professor and be like, right, Professor, you know what I'm trying to say here?
I know what you're trying to say.
Wait, hold on. Wait. What does conducive mean?
We're working on it.
I have a bottle of alcohol in my bag from the bar the one that got I bought a bottle of that, and I'm going to pull it out of my bag. I'm gonna like take out like one of the small like plates that I have that I use for eating. Yeah, saucer, and I'm gonna pour some of that in there. And it's the heavy stuff from that one first town that we got my ship in.
It's the gasoline.
Yes,
Yeah.
I specifically bought a bottle for moments like this, where I was like, "Hey, Kythar, here you go, buddy." Like in a very
would you do it for a
Organizing way?
You're trying to take advantage of me.
And then right before he goes to grab it, I pull it back. I'm all, "Are you going to the deep dark below with us, fool? Are you in favor of going to the?"
Iomade would disapprove of this.
There's more of this coming.
Iomade's not here with the bottle.
I'm gonna just like you get a little bit right now and a little bit later, but you got to follow us through the deep below, fool.
Yeah.
I just imagine the shades are just starting to start
hanging his head in shame.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna hand him the saucer with like the half a shot's worth of like liquor, that gasoline on there.
Yeah.
He's recovering. Come on, he's recovering.
was.
Not anymore.
Give that coin back.
Day 0.
So help me if someone dies.
Oh, man.
I'm all. Sounds like that's at least 2 for the deep below, fool.
Are we all grouped up at this point? Or are you guys still talking?
Yeah, we're all together.
Yeah, you guys are all grouped up, and the kobolds are basically all like in this kind of like opening, just like chilling, and a bunch of them are like filling the hallway.
Hey, David.
Yeah.
Could I have purchased some dark vision potions in the city we were in before? Would that have been possible?
You would have had access to them at Port Saucus for sure.
Okay, that's all I need to know. So Tusk will say, "Oh yeah, I think I have some dark vision potions laying around in here just for this occasion," and then I'll use this ability that I have.
Yeah. I know Impression Planner. Yeah.
And then how many? I can basically just
he gets to retcon one item in his bag that he like bought ahead of time because he's a planner. It's just straight up in the rules as like a retcon.
The fuck, I want that.
And I'll pull out a bottle of. Could I do the greater one, David?
You absolutely can, and at Port Saucus is the one place that they would be like at cost.
Great.
So.
I will have purchased one of them.
Great.
Did you also buy a bottle of Jameson?
Is anybody?
That's in character. That's in character.
Can I also use Impression Planner to do that for myself?
No.
Not unless you got it in your feet.
I do.
All right.
He does. He does.
Yeah.
Hey,
Then you absolutely may. Yeah, 100%.
Great. I'm gonna buy some dark vision for myself.
And
He's buying it for us. You.
no,
No,
I
you
only
can
have
only
one.
get
By one.
You only get one. Yeah, it's an
So I can
item.
give it
It's
to.
one item.
I can give it to somebody. One of you stupid humans.
I already got dark vision
What are
built
you
into my character.
stupid humans?
What about Professor? Actually, I think we can look
Rowan?
at our.
I only have low light. I don't know if that counts.
I have greater dark vision, so
It's really good.
don't need any of your juice.
So Reed doesn't. Oh, Reed already has his.
Buying it right now.
And the Professor has. Yeah, he
Slow
already
light.
has low light vision. So you could keep that if you wanted to. If you as you like hold the potion around or like offering to people, I'm gonna be like, oh no, fool, I'm trying to lose weight.
I'll hold on to a backup one for Reed then. In case we spend more than a day down there.
So are we all in agreement, fool? It's Are we heading to the deep down?
What are we doing about the crane?
Well, this Puto's the one that lodged it. I'm sure we can unlodge it, right? And I'm gonna point at Galfast.
No, when we're down there, they'll have access to us, right?
I mean, will they want to come down? We can destroy the crane, I guess.
Risk assessment here. And Arthur just talks to the party. If the crane's still in operation, we have a chance to get boxed in. Problem is, we blow up the crane, and we get trapped down there. We have to fight our way through.
I mean, we could take it down. I mean, we don't even know how it operates. David, so glancing at the crane, if it's near us, would we know? Does one person have to lower it to stay up, or?
Galfast, you specifically are the person who was originally peering into that room and looking and inspecting that equipment. You remember that it's got a hand crank on it, so gravity should take care of it on the way down, and it has to be cranked to be brought back up.
Okay, so nobody would have to stay up.
Actually,
not to descend. No.
Simone's
Okay.
gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, problem number one is getting all these putos onto the platform. Are we all in agreement, right? And I'm gonna look around for any dissent.
Oh yeah, do we stay and fight or do we descend? I think we should descend. I know, Rowan isn't gonna like that. Rowan, I've heard the deep below. There's all kinds of fauna and animals that live down there that you haven't seen before.
Bluff
Is
check.
there?
Bluff check.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think he has to bluff. I think that Galfast is the one person who might know what is down there, and there is different flora and fauna. So I'm going to say that's a diplomacy if you want to roll a check.
It's a
with
white
that.
lie.
But it's
It's diplomacy maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll roll diplomacy to check that. Yeah.
No, you would roll deception to see if he was lying, but I honestly don't
Okay.
think that he is. Rowan, you're being being addressed with this whole like, oh, there's stuff down there.
Is there? Like, what kind of stuff is down there?
Oh, all kinds. There's big things and little things and everything in between. I reckon.
Are you one of those little things?
Why?
Well, I mean,
No,
maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to see something new. Yeah, I'm on board.
Well, do you have dark vision? Because if you don't, you won't be seeing much.
Oh, I can see in low light.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay, we're good.
I'm
I'll
gonna
lead.
help us all.
Do you have guidance?
I know. I'm gonna get in Reed's face and say, "She's not down there either."
Friend, you're gonna wish she was.
But there is liquor, so I'm following.
I remind you, there's also
Arthur-
a couple of big kegs up here for whatever it's worth.
Wait, hold on.
That
What?
Arthur
No one
showed you.
told me.
Yeah.
He showed you
When?
2 times ago, so 2 weeks ago.
It's
one of
like
the kegs is now
grog
empty for
stuff.
some reason, and now he doesn't have a memory of it.
I have no memory of this place.
I had a short
Who
rest.
ate my candy bar?
I had a short rest. That thing was done.
You took my only keg.
Now I'm gonna
Now I'm
go
gonna
thirsty.
Now I'm gonna withdraw.
Does anyone think we should stay and fight?
Arthur is down to be the last. Like, if not everyone can fight on the platform, Arthur's willing to stay and at least like do a tactical withdrawal. So don't leave right away to give time for everybody to get on the platform, and then he'd be on the last party out.
It is a cargo platform. I think we may all fit. What do
Everybody?
you know, David?
You have not seen the size of the platform. You've seen the size of the landing space that the platform like lands on top of, but the rope was in its like downward, It
It was going into the darkness,
was going
right?
into the darkness. So you
Oh,
haven't
I see.
actually seen the platform, but judging on the big scuffed up flat space, it should be big enough to get all of you guys. But all of you guys and all these kobolds, probably not.
Yeah, tough for the kobolds. I'm gonna start cranking it up.
Okay, sounds good. So, real quick, everybody's figures are still in the front of the cave. Has everybody moved back to the... Because you don't have to physically move. I just want to know where the scene is taking place. Are you guys in
Yeah,
I assume in front of the cave opening.
So you guys have gone through so you guys are at the cave opening. Okay, great. So it sounds like the party is generally moving to the portcullis, right?
Zip zap, zip zap, zip zap. Yes.
Yeah.
Great, awesome.
Arthur's directing the kobolds with Simone of like, this is better chance of surviving. We're going this way.
And
Yeah,
I'm like, go. And as they're not moving, I'm gonna be like, if I was you, I would. Or if it was up to me, you puto be dead.
And he
And then have him.
fucking trips over his own
Okay.
tail trying to like scramble back forward, like turns too sharply, bumps his spear into the back of another kobold who like thinks he's being hit by one of you guys and like winces down as small as he can get.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in one of the kobolds' face and say, "I don't like you, and my friend doesn't like you either."
Well, we're wanted in 10 systems.
Galfast, like them or not, they're in this with us. Would you rather have the 30 of these hate us when we're in the Underdark, or would you rather at least have them on our side?
Oh, they could be on our side. They should just stay up here and not, those elves are going to come in here eventually, and then the whole reason the kobolds came here originally was to fight the elves. So we're giving them what they want. They can fight the elves.
Okay, so Kaithar is gonna have, after drinking that small saucer, he's gonna have a pure moment of thought that actually sounds smart for a barbarian. He's gonna say, if we leave them by themselves, they betray us. If we take them with us, we can fight with them.
See, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm like,
Maybe we're fighting with
wow. This puto knows what betrayal is.
Oh, fuck you!
Oh, that's
Baby
funny.
Baby steps, we're learning.
That's a big word for this guy. That's 3 syllables, fool.
I'm gonna frisbee throw the fucking saucer back. Simone.
I'm gonna pancake catch it.
That's a roll. That's gotta be.
Roll for it.
Psychological damage.
That's a
What is that?
reflex.
What
That's
is-
probably
a reflex?
what are we throwing? What are we throwing right now?
I'm throwing a
a little
saucer
like a-
plate at.
Yeah,
Return to sender.
That's probably
that's
that's probably DC like 23 something. That's something pretty reasonable.
all right. And I'll do. Can I make it a public roll because
Yeah, of
everyone
course.
can see
Yeah,
me?
of course.
Yeah, we're all watching.
30.
Okay, got it.
Oh.
Yeah, he fucking chucks this thing, which
Critical.
flies, and it like hits one of the spikes, around the hole, and it like sends the trajectory, it like starts wobbling all crazy, and you like do like this huge fucking dive and like catch it before it goes into the fucking hole and like tuck it back in your pack.
Yeah. I'm all. Rule number 1 is keep all your cutlery and plates together, fool.
Speaking of
I say
cutlery, Arthur's got he's got the lantern back. He grabbed that on the way in.
Wonderful. I was wondering if anybody was going to go recover the lantern.
Yeah, he's got his pack on and gun. He's ready. He's
Awesome.
not happy, but he's ready.
I'm gonna pat Arthur on the back and be like, "Hey, fool!" And I'm gonna like show my ring and be like, "This thing allows me to fall gracefully through the air. Like, if need be, I can stay back, fool."
I can stay with
Maybe-
you. That way we can still have, in the event we need to get them back up, I can crank them.
Let's say this platform goes into a free fall, fool. What are you gonna do?
Probably grab onto the rope.
Oh, you got gloves on? I'm gonna look.
Yeah, it's the rifleman's gloves, so the palms are covered.
Okay.
But as
Not
you
the
get closer to,
fingers.
yeah, the fingers would get.
Gloves.
You got yeah, exactly. I was gonna say hobo gloves.
Yeah, it's the hobo glove look.
All right, and I'm gonna go to Reed. I'm all, hey, puto, since you're the one that wanted to save all these kobolds, why don't you start cranking, fool?
Make them down to their death.
No, fool.
No.
What are you talking about? We gotta get the platform up from the ground. Or
Oh,
from the
yeah,
below.
yeah. I'll
Is that
start
the
cranking.
ground? I don't even know, fool. From the hole.
It wasn't already up there.
This
No.
is not a this is Sparta moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
suppose we'll
won't-
start
it
cranking.
could be.
And this is like fairly, this is a fairly difficult task. You're going to accomplish this no matter what, but I do want an athletics check from you, or I think that's the skill still, to see how quickly you're able to crank this up.
DM question:
Yeah, fire.
Is the turn handle long enough for multiple people to help?
It's round, so in theory, somebody could stand on one side and somebody could stand on the other.
I will assist him if you allow.
Yeah, go ahead and make your own athletics check, please.
I also wanted to see if there's a way to, like, from my understanding, an iron bar thing was like covering it before Galfast was able to open it up, right?
Right.
Covering the portcullis, the entrance. Is there? I'd like to look for a way to like bar that to make it where we can close it without reopening it.
I have the key.
Yeah,
in my hand.
I'm about to say, Galfast has the
Okay.
key. There's a lever on the inside. There's basically a turn wheel on the inside that locks.
Okay.
Yeah, once it's in the down position, you can just lock it like anything else.
All right, I'm be like, hey, Galfast, fool, you got the key. Why don't you go make sure that iron bar door's closed, fool?
I'm gonna trudge over.
Is it right over here?
No, that's Galfast is actually standing right on top of it. So here's the actual portcullis, and then the fucking, I think it's under Banjo. Yeah, it's like here is the fucking turn wheel for it. And so with your guys' athletics checks, you guys make very short work of this, but it still takes 15, 20 minutes of these two guys just like turning this thing as fast as humanly fucking possible. And all this rope is like coiling up on the back end of this machine, and it's got this like huge fucking like wheel of this rope that, as a reminder, is like as thick around as Galfast's waist is. As it like the wheels creak and this thing retracts itself, and during that time, Galfast Banjo does smell another drow.
Okay. During that time, so is the platform up by the time
They
it
are
smells it,
still
or is it like
raising the platform.
Yeah, Galfast would draw his bow, pointed out of the portcullis,
Yep.
and whatever signals people would see that.
Right. Yeah, you guys see Galfast like take a defensive position at the portcullis, pointing outward. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
the
Arthur
other
gets
two are
his-
still cranking, turning.
Arthur gets next to Galfast and gets his rifle ready to point out, do the same thing.
So it's like super loud.
No, I mean it's not super loud, but I mean the rope creaks and like there's still the mechanical sound of this wheel turning, and they're spinning it. They're spinning it super fast. They're trying to do this as quickly as possible. So like it does make some noise, yeah. Like you would guess that you probably couldn't hear this in the like bedroom chambers. You might be able to hear it in the like very front of the cavern, but like it's not so loud that it's like echoing through every wall and is super obvious, but it is like in the prisoner cell right next door. You'd absolutely hear this, and they told you that they heard it used regularly from the prison where the prisoners were kept.
Gotcha.
But you guys are sitting there in defensive position. I actually want a perception check out of my two guys who are pointing on guard duty.
Is that me?
Pointing?
Pointing, yeah, it's Galfast and Arthur. You guys are like pointing your weapons out of the portcullis, right? Correct?
Yep.
Great. Interesting.
Arthur hands that spear that was really sharp from the armory to one of the kobolds, and like instructs them to like get the spears in position so they can basically stab through the holes.
Yeah, I mean, there's only enough room for, even though they're smaller than you guys, with you guys standing here also, there's only enough room for like 2 or 3 of them kind of like standing around your knees kind of thing, but they do have their spears ready. And you guys both don't see a kobold itself, but from the like scent of the that Banjo is smelling, you guys can tell that he is like making there's a single drow like making his way down this hallway, who's gonna like pop into your vision, and he like has his kind of like back pressed up against this rock and like peeks out for just a moment, sees you guys posted up, and then you guys can hear him just like full sprint out of there.
The drow or the kobold?
The drow.
He full sprint and runs away from us.
Yeah. So he comes up. These two guys are sitting here like this, and they see this guy. He pops out from like the eyeballs out for like half a second. The same kind of look that that Simone gave when he was like looking into this cave for the first time. Just like a quick. And then just turned around and was trying to be stealthy on the way in. Did not try to be stealthy on the way out.
That's not good.
Galfast is going to say, "See, I told you we should have left the kobolds at the entrance to fight them."
Make them useful, fool. What are they doing right now?
We're going to throw the kobolds in first.
Well,
I'm going to look at...
We should go in first, I think, or else we're going to get surrounded in here.
Another crank. When the
kobolds hit the bottom, how are we going to know if they're safe or not?
Well, here for the yells.
It's 20 minutes down. I don't know that we're going to hear them very well.
Can a task use message?
I don't think I can.
Well, if it takes, we've been cranking for like 20 minutes, right?
20 minutes or so, yeah.
Yeah, so it takes 20 minutes down, 20 minutes up. If we're gonna send the kobolds down, we're gonna have to hold this position for an hour.
At that rate. And then it's going to be less because we'll have one other person cranking for the next round of people to get on.
Let's just make this determination, fool, once the platform's up here and we can see how many of you putos can be on the platform.
We're working on it!
After about another 5 or 10 minutes of cranking, probably somewhere around the 30-minute mark, you guys see like a shape start to emerge out of the darkness, and as it comes up and lands, it's this platform that's probably 5 feet by 10 feet, maybe 7 feet by 12 feet. It's like very simply constructed, but what strikes you as odd is that it is made out of like metal. It's made of like a black like a black iron kind of material, like the entire thing. Its floor, its roof, and it just has like posts, like it's completely open, and it just has like rope around the side of it, essentially. But there is, there's like a flat top, there's a flat bottom, and then there are posts in the corner, and there's rope around the sides, forming like a makeshift, side to it. But there's not even like proper siding on all of this, and the rope is super frayed, and there's a bunch of like iron loops that are not currently being used like all over this thing, indicating that it would have been used to like strap stuff down in different directions, and like leaving room for overhang. This is like a very simple like cargo elevator style, but with a loud, or not with a loud, but rather you guys like get it to the top, and then these two guys like muscle this crane to get it to like swing and rotate, and this platform like scrapes across the wood, adding to the gouge marks that are currently there, and sits before you.
If we had to guess, because kobolds are only like 3 foot tall.
Yeah, they are size category smalls. They're about 2 or 3 feet tall. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if we were to guesstimate how many size medium people we could put on this, how many do we have to roll for that, or can you tell us?
No, I can just tell you guys. You guys can see that as you're there. This is going to be tight for like just your party to stand on here, like your party, your gear,
Gotcha.
maybe a couple extra kobolds, and even that's going to be snug. It's going to be real snug.
Okay. I'm gonna
What's
turn
our
around
order,
and be like, I don't think we have enough time, fool. That jaw's gonna come back and start shooting arrows through this fucking holes. I say we go down first. But I'm gonna look over at Reed and I'm like, but I want to, because if you don't remember, Reed, if you don't remember, you diplomacied me into thinking that we should not kill the kobolds, right? So I'm gonna look at you and be like, but I want to make sure, Reed, what's gonna make you comfortable with these kobolds, fool?
Fuck.
You wouldn't swear.
No.
He wouldn't swear. Reed wouldn't swear.
He already has.
HE double hockey sticks.
He's coming to a real spiritual borderline that he's got to face. It's a spiritual trial, Joe.
If we don't go down, we might die. If we go down, we leave them behind. Udi, do you think you could hold them off?
Probably not.
Isn't that what you guys came here to do, Udi? What the hell was your plan?
We had no idea what we were getting into. We had found a couple of, roaming bands of drow. We had no idea they had established themselves so well here.
Yeah, welcome to the fucking club. Looks like we're all in the same boat, eh?
I know you don't want to go into the the fucking Great Below. Are you willing to take your chances with the drow?
And she says, as far as I'm concerned, your end of the deal has been fulfilled. We gave you the information you requested. You released us from captivity and armed and armored us. At this point, I would say our business has concluded, but out of a desire to not see any more of my kobolds killed, we have been following dutifully.
I agree. I don't want to see any more bloodshed than necessary.
There will be more bloodshed. You just may not have to see it.
I think we're gonna take our chances then, and go.
We need a guide. Arthur's going to whisper to Reed, do we need a guide?
Someone's throwing up his hands.
Filling up his hands? What do you mean?
Throwing up his hands is...
It's an impossible situation.
You see Galfast sneaking up behind one of them with a rope, looking at the professor. Say the word.
Oh my God.
Got a zipper bag in one hand.
In not wanting to see any more of your drow die, or your kobolds die, are there few you'd be willing to send as guides? And I promise to defend them.
Any of my kobolds who wish to leave may do so on their own accord, but
I cannot make them go.
Though you've kept your side of the bargain, I don't see them, following you blindly. And if you look around, you can see a bunch of the kobolds are, they're like standing around. They're not idle, but they know that they can't fight you, but they're still on edge, and they're paying really close attention to Yudi. And she's just talking with you, and kind of the gist of her conversation with you is look, man, you let us out. If you want to cut us loose, you cut us loose, but I'm not going to leave until you cut us loose, because I don't want to be accused of... Because the last thing we heard was that if we lie or try to leave or step out of line, is that we'll be murdered. So, you know what I mean? That's...
Well, it wouldn't be murder.
I'm going to look to Simone, and our deal is... Or our end of the bargain has been upheld. Anything after this is... Go ahead.
I'm great fool, let's go.
All right.
You hear the car start.
I know. I'm already sitting in the driver's seat.
All right. So I think we're going then, right?
Wait, how do we get this thing to move all the way over to the hole safely and go down? It's gonna be just you let the thing go, and then we hop on and it drops.
I'll take care of it, fool, and then I'll walk over to the winch, and I'm gonna look for a little releasing. Normally, because being a merchant and being around boats and loading cargo and stuff, I'm gonna assume that I have some sort of knowledge, on at least how goods and things are, loaded onto a boat, or at least have been around winches, and multiple winches, if you know what I mean. And different types of winches. And I'm gonna go and find the release, because it's I'm assuming a gear based winch, after you bring it to a certain point, it rests at a certain gear, so it doesn't slip back,
right?
Gear. And so so I'm gonna find that release, and I'm gonna wait for everybody to get on.
Go ahead.
No, go.
Reed's gonna be the last to step on, and he's gonna look at Udi and say, "For what it's worth, I'm sorry." And then. Meomide watch over you, and I'm going to say a little warrior's prayer over them before we go.
Okay, that's super nice. I don't know. God, I don't know that she necessarily acknowledges the prayer part of things, but here's what she does. She looks at you and she says, "I hope if we meet again, it is honorably on the battlefield."
I look forward to seeing you again.
And you walk over and, give the entire platform, a solid reed, thick boy push, and scoot the whole thing off as Simone, hits the release, and you step on to the, last kind of remaining space on the platform here. Simone, how do you intend on getting back on the platform after you've hit this release?
I guess it depends on how fast it's falling. But I was going to use my Ring of Featherfall to where once it got down, I'm gonna have the platform go down just a little bit, and I'm gonna go over to Udi, and I'm gonna be and as the platform as they go, the platform goes out of sight or whatever, from the base level, the floor,
right,
of the
once the tops of their heads drop below where the floor level is,
yeah. I'm gonna be for what it's worth, fool, I think it's pretty brave you staying back. And then I'm gonna jump, into the pit.
Love it. You jump into the pit. This is descending. It's definitely descending more quickly than you guys were hauling it up, but it does appear to like have some sort of like judge or mechanism in it, so that it's not just like free spooling. It's not just like and you're not like free falling down this fucking hole. But it is like a fairly swift drop, is how I would describe it. And so, very quickly you guys disappear into this cavern, which is probably like, 30 or 40 feet around this hole. And almost immediately, those of you who don't have any kind of like vision assistance lose any kind of detail in the walls. Those of you with low light vision can tell where the walls are, but they're moving so quickly that you cannot see any kind of detail. There could be like writing on the walls, and you would have no idea because you're just like losing light so quickly as this descends. And despite the fact that you guys had, been cranking this for half an hour or so, you can tell that time is going to be cut in half. Perhaps you'll only be descending for a third of that time. And you know that the material this thing is built out of, it's made to handle some punishment. So it's going to be a tough landing. But you guys are like descending quickly. You do still have a couple of minutes as you find yourself in complete darkness with nothing but the sound of this platform, running through the ground, running through this space super quickly. The air gets, the moisture level skyrockets, and all of anything that was familiar to you, as far as sensations have left you. You guys are like, for the first time, some of you guys on any kind of like mechanical elevator type equipment, going into a place that you can't fucking see anything in at a speed that's like faster than most beings like get to travel in their lives, except maybe really fast horses. And this thing's falling. Give me just a moment. And it like breaks open, right? And you stop being in this tube, this like tunnel, and it breaks into this like wide open cavern system that is absolutely littered with stalactites hanging onto the ceiling, stalagmites coming out from the ground. There are, for those of you who have true dark vision, you can see that off in the distance there are kind of like semblances of like crafting and man-made architecture, rough steps hewn into the walls, like catwalks built out of the same kind of dark metal. And far, far off in the distance, you see they're like stalactites. They're in the same kind of shape, that icicle shape, but they are much larger, and you see distinct like windows cut in them, in the distance. And only anyone with true dark vision would be able to kind of make out that detail. As it kind of cracks open, you guys were speaking to each other, and the sound is still being lost because, as you're falling, the sound waves are being displaced, but you can feel, I don't know how many of you guys have had the experience of being in a cave or a mine shaft that goes super deep, but there's something that happens to your voice that you can just like feel and hear and instinctively know how deep this place is, and that immediately like triggers for each and every one of you. For some of you, probably evoking more of a fearful response. For others, maybe more of a sense of adventure. There are off in the distances bioluminescent crystals and minerals, and a vein of something that sparkles here, and a large fungus that emanates its own dim orange light there, all immensely off in the distance. What are you guys doing as this like thing opens up, as you're descending? What's the party up to?
All right, tanks in the front, sorcerers in the back, healers in the middle.
We have a healer.
I can do first aid, but I wouldn't exactly call myself like the. I'm more of like your triage 3 medic.
Okay, you're still in the fucking back. Okay, just stay in the back. I look at our paladin. You're a paladin. No, fuck. What are you again?
I'm a
Champion.
champion, and as a result, that means I don't heal as much as I used to. That's kind of like split off.
For
I
fuck's sake,
can
just
do
throw me
some
some
healing.
potions if I get down. All right, I'm gonna be in the front. Fuck you guys, figure it out from here.
Go ahead.
No, I'm definitely gonna say we definitely need to be quiet down here. That means no firearms. You know, nothing loud.
See Arthur
What?
go into half cock, and then basically, I mean, he's only got like a bayonet to work with, so he's like, "You got it."
How we hit the bottom, by the way?
You guys have not. You are still descending.
Okay. Simone would be in awe of like the majesty of this place, like the fact that this is below our feet this whole time and we had no idea is pretty significant. And you said bioluminescent like flora and stuff and fauna, right? And I'm gonna like hit Ronan on the shoulder. I'm like, see, look, Galfaz wasn't lying, fool.
It's all glowing.
I know, I've never seen shit like this before either. Is that like in their body, or did they shit this stuff out?
I don't. This is beautiful. I don't know.
I'm gonna be like, I'm sure this is pretty rare. Pretty rare. And I'm gonna think I got an idea, fool.
Are
What's
you
that?
trying to find out how to make a bunch of gold with your grubby little hands?
First of all, they're not grubby. They're long and luscious, fool. Look at this.
Yeah, clearly moisturized.
Like pedicured and like moisturized.
Is it? Kaitar's gonna go up and is like, is that coconut?
Lavender, fool.
Lavender.
Oh, I love lavender.
I swear that's like hibiscus.
I'm gonna be like, I can't really see though. I can only really see like the outlines of the cave. Can anybody else see anything else?
Oh yeah.
What do you see, fool?
What do your dwarf eyes see?
I'll repeat what David described there. So there's little bridges, and I see windows out there.
You see what? Windows?
Yeah, in the stalactites. Can't you see
hell?
it? Look,
No, I can't fucking see it, fool.
look. I'm a point.
I can see when there's like a torch. I know somebody who can though, fool. But I gotta wait till we get to the bottom. Otherwise,
you can't summon Will because there's no room.
there's no room.
Go climb on top, summon him up there. I'm sure nothing will go wrong.
Yeah, as we're going down, I'm gonna lean into little guy. Hey, we're gonna need you to be brave here. We might need to lean on you to help get us through this.
Okay.
I appreciate you, bud.
If we run out of food, we're gonna eat them.
I'm not gonna let them eat.
You're a scavenger then, huh?
If we get chased by like some sort of beast, we can throw them and use them as bait.
I'm not do that either.
And then once Reed turns around, I'm gonna look at him and we'll be like, "We're doing that, fool."
Like bullying him.
Just like the kobolds.
And to be fair, I'm pretty sure Simone's always bullied little guy.
Yeah, he has. Like in the moment he saw him, he was like, "Yo, what is that fucking thing?"
Yeah, exactly. I've never
Simone's the
liked
mean girl.
little guy.
No, we were pink.
Simone 100% judges a book by its cover.
Oh my god. As you guys continue to descend, even those of you who do not have greater dark vision can see that like most of the stalactites are above you now, and you can kind of like tell from where your perception is and where the at least like outer boundaries and the walls of these caves, which by the way are, I mean, it's a mile across, maybe more.
Oh, okay. All right,
you
cool.
can't, and that's the width, the length of it. You lose track in the same way that you couldn't see up and down this shaft as you look, down the hall, like where you saw the windows, Galfast, like that's. So one thing you can see, but you can't see past that. Like it just your vision runs out, the light runs out. There's nothing to, there's nothing to see back there. But you can tell that like where your perspective is that you're nearing the ground, and this, and for the first time become aware that like you now have something to judge how quickly you're moving against, and you guys estimate that you're moving like 20-30 miles an hour, just like fucking downward.
Oh shit!
Like it doesn't mean anything in a tube where all the walls are right next to you, but now that you have like perspective, you're like, oh shit, this is like, you might have picked up a little bit of speed as you were going. Maybe not 20, 30, maybe 15, 20. But you guys have like picked up some speed as you're descending here.
How do we slow this thing down, guys? How does it stop?
I don't have my license.
Can Kaitar with his dark vision see the opposite rope? Like, I don't know. So we're going down. I can see the other rope go up.
So you're looking back up the way you came, or you're looking down?
I'm trying to look perpendicular to see if I see like a hoist of rope going the opposite direction.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no check required. You glance around. The only rope that you know of is attached to the carriage at the top.
Okay.
It's like a spool of rope, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, I know what we have to do. The moment it hits the bottom, we jump.
Weren't you also the one who had the
that's
idea
going to
of
Shrek,
going
I
down
see.
here in the first place?
Wait, nobody stayed up top to stop the descent?
I'm gonna do the tried and true brace because what else are you gonna do?
You guys see Arthur just like grip onto one of the 4 posts that are in the corner of this thing and just like hang on for dear life.
I'm gonna wait and judge 25 feet up into the air before I can activate my ring.
Which means that you have to peek down in order to see, how close you
That
are
is
to the
correct.
bottom. And
Yes.
as you do so, please make a perception check for me.
Okay.
You see the ground.
Yeah, too late. Boom.
Public roll or blind?
Perceptions, I believe, are blind.
Okay.
You glance down into the darkness here, and can tell that you are like coming up on the floor relatively quickly, and you can make out like like an orange-red glow, just like a dot, like a pinpoint. From this height, it's kind of difficult to tell, whether that's like campfire size, bonfire size, town on fire size. You know what I mean? It's like it's hard to tell, but you're
Still pretty far down.
right. It's pretty far down, but there is some sort of some small from here source of light down there.
I'm gonna tell the rest of the party and be like, "Hey, putos, we're kind of," and I guess I'm kind of yelling because we're going
Right.
15, 20 miles an hour, right? And I'll be like, "We're heading towards a pinprick of light down there, fool." And,
Question. Okay, sorry.
no, I was to say, I was just gonna say that's directed towards the whole party.
So what does that mean?
That means that when there's light, there's someone there, right, fool?
Sure, hope not.
You fish in a barrel.
Do we still have the magic hook?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything to hook onto though, right?
Just let me talk.
Okay.
Why don't we tie the end to a rope to one of the ropes on the fucking cart, and we fucking where we want to throw the hook because it's fucking magic. It fucking hooks on, and it brings us to a stop.
How would we tie it that wouldn't jerk us all off, though?
It also doesn't.
And I will,
Ooh.
and I will save you. That would have been a completely viable option while you were still in the chute, so to speak. But the chute has opened up, and that rope is only 60 feet long, and there is no surface within 60 feet of your now falling elevator. I do see it in my mind's eye what you're describing, though, tying onto the elevator, shooting it into a nearby rock, and stopping it. But it is like since opened up.
I even assumed like with the force it would have even stopped, but I would at least thought it would have dug in and brought to like a grinding stop. Not comfortable, but at least grinding, slowing our momentum. But that was just the
good train of thought. No rock close enough.
Okay, well we're all fucked. BPK guys, yay!
No, not at all. Galfast is going to stand close enough to Simone, so as soon as I see him jump, I'm going to grab onto Simone.
No, that was my plan! That was my plan! I'm going to stand next to fucking,
You guys are going to form a human chain and just drag him down with you.
I'm going to juke Galfast. I'm going to pump fake.
We're too close. We're too close. We're
You guys are all shoulder to shoulder right now. Yeah, there's no fucking way.
It's quite the confined space.
You ain't going nowhere.
We all jump and hang onto each other.
Everybody just turns around and looks at Simone.
I'm gonna be like, get off me, putos! Get off me! I thought this would happen. Why do you think I got the fucking ring, fool?
I'm gonna try grapple.
Why don't you go talk to the guy who can pull a fucking potion out of his bag?
You can only do that once per day.
Oh man.
That does actually remind me. Are you guys actually grabbing onto me?
I'd like my yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
You motherfucker. Okay. David, what's the limits of my fly if I have somebody with me? Is it my bulk? Because it's an armor effect, not my you know what I mean?
I'm gonna
Because even if it was like a slow fall.
here's what I think I'm gonna rule. Because what does it actually do? It slows your descent, quote unquote, but like to what end? Like what's the
So my ring of gliding says you glide slowly towards the ground, 5 feet in or up to 25 feet through the air, provided you spend at least one action gliding on your turn. So that's what I'd have to do. So I'd activate it,
Right.
which would then allow me to glide up to 25 feet. So which is why I was trying to gauge that. But also my armor has the rune that allows me to fly.
that allows you to fly, period, and that'll support
Yeah.
your weight.
Which is why I was asking you, what would it be for Galfast, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I would argue that your fly ability is probably like an athletics check to try to like support somebody else's dead weight, because that's essentially what's happening there. And as far as your glide, I'm gonna say that its distance gets cut in half for every person hanging on to you. So it's 25 feet. So if Galfast is hanging on to you, it's 12 and a half feet. If Galfast and Kythar are hanging on to you, it's 6 feet. You know what I mean? It's just every person that hangs on to you is a shorter fucking fall. But I will give you an athletics check to just straight up support somebody's weight on a fly.
But if I don't make that, do
I'm
they
stronger. Give me the ring. I'm
do they
stronger.
fall?
That's a great question.
Nope.
And I guess that would be my question as Simone, if I would know that. I'm assuming I would, since I've flown before. but I just want to make. I'm trying to make a educated decision.
Simone would know that whoever was grabbing you would get their own athletics check, and if they can hang on to you, they will bring you down with them instead.
Okay, I would.
What would you do, Simone?
Maybe Kythar won't hang on to Galfast. Maybe Galfast won't hang on to you. Who knows?
I'm gonna be like, okay, fool. What fucking ideas do you got? Huh? I can't be the only one with ideas here. And the forethought to bring shit to for if we fell.
I'm gonna say, okay, I have one idea, but it may not work well.
If you say
Does it
everybody
involve
counts,
jumping onto me?
No. It's like a last resort thing. So let me
As
know.
this conversation has gone on, it has become clear you guys are in last resort territory. You're coming up on the ground quick.
Brace for impact.
Atus will cast Rousing Splash on everybody. Move some temporary hit points before we hit the ground.
Yay!
It's not
Now
bad. It's
everybody's
probably better
soaked.
So everybody's a little
Okay,
bit
so as we're
better.
falling, I'm gonna say I can open up a portal with my container, and we can all jump in. But there is a good chance that we don't end up where we want to go. So yeah, let's do the rousing splash and just take it. I think.
I'm gonna be like, wait, in your pack, and I'm gonna point to your pack, Galfast, and I'm gonna wait for you to look, and then I'm gonna jump off.
I'd like to reflex that piece of shit.
Yeah, give me an athletics check first from Simone as he's jumping out here, and that's how I will determine what your DC is for your reflex.
You're
Public? Is that public?
Yeah, that's public. That's public.
Low roll.
damn.
Yeah, DC for this reflex save is a very reasonable 26.
If I roll a nat 1, it's over.
Hero point. You have a hero
No,
point.
I'm not going to use a hero point. I think that was meant to happen.
That was meant to happen.
Galfast goes to grab Simone and begins to tumble out of the elevator. He misses him completely and is like ass over tea kettle.
I'm gonna do reflex to catch him. I'm gonna
Roll
do
it.
reflex to catch him.
Roll it.
Okay, wait.
No,
But
I'll
while
fucking-
you're doing that, hold on. So just so you know, I'm a master in reflex. It's my highest skill.
Oh,
So as I fall, you see like I'm falling, and like it's like one of those anime moments where I have like a blank expression as I'm going down. Like, the camera zooms in. Maybe my glasses like glint white for a second.
Hold on. I just want to go back. I just. Good.
actually,
It's just it's the Japanese logo for death appears on the screen.
I know. My frame freezes and it goes black and white.
It's just the Dark Souls. You died.
And the Underdark who gets first.
oh man, that
Okay,
is...
but I just wanted to talk about something real. Whenever Aaron talks about anything negative that's gonna happen, what happens?
It does.
That negative fucking thing. I'm
It
gonna roll
The
that way.
that the Dodgers.
Trump is going to be president.
You guys are having like longer and longer to react to this because it's like a chain. Like Simone went out, starting with people's attention. Galfast has gone out.
Reflex,
You know,
okay,
so
okay.
roll your reflex, but we're dropping that to a 24 instead of a 26.
Hey, as you're, can you give me guidance as you're falling?
Can I give you guidance? I can shoot you with an arrow. I don't have
They have guidance. Sorry, another character. All right.
21. You like grab onto Galfast and are not able to like grab him completely, but you've got him by like the strap of the sleeve of his the strap of his bag, which is like stretching under the weight of the two of you.
Okay. Because he didn't use it, I'm gonna use my hero point.
I've already announced the result. I'm very sorry, friend.
You didn't give me the ability to use a hero point. Okay.
How long have we been playing this game, man? Everybody else sees this scene going down. It's clear that you guys are like 100, 200 feet from the floor. You're getting there very quickly. Any other reactions or responses from anybody else in the cage there?
You know what? As much as I hate
What
it,
are you
Reed's got. Wait, go ahead.
It was a sound.
Brace.
Can I react to my own falling? Let me know when it's been long enough.
I just want to make sure that nobody else standing who hasn't reacted in this moment has one before we move to the next moment.
Reed's gonna try and do the thing. He's gonna try and time the jump just at the very end.
You're gonna.
I don't think we're there.
Well, you're getting close. You're getting close. I see a warp step just hit. What's the test doing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna warp step when I'm like 80 feet from the ground and just land on the ground, teleport to the ground.
But you're gonna great, perfect, love that. Rowan, what?
Careful.
There's some crazy shit unfolding in front of you.
Rowan's just kind of starting to panic. He's like shifting there, like not really sure what to do. He's like, like when he sees them all go to the side, he kind of starts to go over there, but then he sees, a Tesk disappear, and he kind of leans over to that way, and he doesn't know what to do.
Hey, can't you just turn into a bird?
No,
Don't druids do that? No.
some druids can, but I can't.
Oh,
Can't you just
you
turn
can't-
into a bird?
You can't be shape.
No.
That's
No,
that's
if
like
you
the best.
if you have a companion, I don't know if you get B shape because you have.
It's
a companion.
it's a specific what's it called?
Subclass or something.
Yeah.
All right, so Rowan's freaking out. Galfast, Kythar's got your pack by the strap, and it's got a second before it snaps. What are you doing?
So I still have my magical rope.
Yes, you do.
My magical grappling hook. There's got to be something within 60 foot at this point that I could grapple onto.
There will
see
be.
anything
So
looking
I'll give you two options. You have greater dark vision. You can either, as you glance up, you can now see the bottom of the elevator, which would be a good surface to grapple on. You've got the bottom or the top or the side. Like you can see the whole elevator, which in theory is a grappleable surface. But as you glance down, you can see that you are heading straight for what looks like a courtyard of some kind. And that there are also walls surrounding that courtyard that you could try to time a grapple onto before you hit the ground.
I guess I would try to time a grapple. Is the elevator basically in free fall, or is it less than a free fall?
It's less than free fall. Yeah. But you don't know, but you're seconds from the ground. So,
Yeah. Okay, I would go for the wall then. I'll try to time it on the wall.
Okay, I will take a second reflex save from you, please, as you try to, get that timing just exactly right. That's probably a reflex save of 25.
Okay, that's fair. And I would like to use a hero point in case I fail this one, as much as I want to see. As much as I want a obituary episode to happen in the last hour.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's...
To have your fourth character
for
die.
yet another one of your characters.
It'll be fine. Remember what was
25
said.
on the nose, just enough.
Not a problem.
As you're falling, you grapple onto the wall, and you still have momentum. The only difference is you're on an arc now, heading towards the wall,
Like a Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna yell to as that happens to who was grabbing me. Was he
Kythar?
Yeah.
And you feel that snap in your hand in the process.
I'm gonna say, grab on if you want.
Hold it up.
So Kythar voluntarily tumbles himself out after you to get a better grip on you. Go ahead and roll me a straight up grapple, Kythar.
And I think you're willing to spend a hero point in this moment.
wait, are we grabbing onto people?
Pretty sure you.
You
Well,
grab on
So
like this.
Arthur is
All right.
hanging onto a pillar. Simone and Atesk have taken magical solutions out. Galfast is using his grappling rope, and Kythar is literally tagging along in that part of the plan. which only became a part of a plan 1 second ago as Galfast fell out of the elevator, leaving
So
yourself and Arthur. Arthur's, gripping. Oh, yourself and Rowan. I'm sorry, who appears to be having a tough time. Reed.
I swear to God, if this brings us to a halt, like comfortably.
Oh, you're not on the elevator anymore, bro. Don't worry about it, Kythar. You're attached to Galfast now.
There's built-in braking mechanisms.
You have a sick sense of humor. All right, grapple is just an athletics check, so.
That's just an athletics check. Great, roll that.
Yeah.
And what's your athletics DC, Galfast? It's your athletics plus 10.
13.
13.
Oh, sorry.
23.
14.
14? Your athletics is only 4?
My athletics is 4.
Wow. Yeah, so...
Okay, so it's plus 23. Do I have to roll?
No, you literally cannot miss. You grab on to... Galfast is a very sturdy bro.
Thank
you. You grab a hold of him and cling on.
He has well-made material clothing.
Yeah, for dear life. Reed and Rowan. I need to know what the two of you are doing. You're my last undecideds. Nothing is an okay answer, because in a second that decision will be made for you.
Yeah, Rowan, it was great knowing you, friend.
Do you want a kiss?
I'm gonna hug him.
Rowan's gonna peek out and see how far we are from the ground.
50 feet.
Okay.
45 feet. 40 feet.
Oh.
That's how much temporary hit points you all have if you take damage when you hit the ground.
Rowan's gonna...
Thank you. You go ahead, just add that just in case.
Rowan,
Go ahead,
at the
sorry.
last second, he's gonna cast
Oh.
Cast.
wall of shrubs on the ground immediately below where this thing's gonna land.
How tall is your wall of shrubs?
It's 5 feet tall.
10 feet tall. 10 feet tall and 5 feet thick is what it
5
says.
feet. Oh, gotcha.
Ooh.
And how long is that? As a matter of fact, I will show you where you're landing so that you can place that. But before I do, I need yourself and Reed to roll me an athletics check, but you may do it with advantage because of the shrub that you have down there. I was going to need Arthur to roll one as well, but because he is both bracing and there's a shrub, Arthur, you're golden. You're fine. So just the two hugging each other in the middle. I just need athletics checks from both of you. Keep higher, please.
We rolled with advantage, you said?
Yes, yeah.
Keep higher.
Keep higher.
Oaks 36, Rowan 17. All right. So Reed, you're able to keep yourself standing. You feel Rowan. You feel his knees buckle out from underneath you. But you've got him in this hug still, and are able to hoist him up and keep him from falling prone as you guys compress all of these twigs and leaves, and you can see bits of wood and leaves snapping off and flying in all kinds of different directions.
Yeah.
I do also need, let me see here, what do I need from you guys? Galfast, you're hanging on. He's hanging on to you. I think you guys are going to be okay as well. Great. Where you guys come down in a crash is in this courtyard where behind you there are these huge prisoner cages where the ones in the cave overhead look like they could hold maybe 50 kobolds, maybe 70 kobolds total. Down here you could fit probably hundreds of small prisoners, or 100 medium-sized prisoners down here easily. You realize that point of light you saw, Simone, it is like a cooking pit, like built into the ground with like embers, and there's like meat and things that are all on there sizzling away. But the two of you who took magical solutions off probably get a minute to take in the sight, and you can see that you are coming down and landing on top of a like this, where this elevator sets down is in the middle of a fort. So this big circular platform is where the elevator comes to a halt. Rowan, I will have you put your shrub down if you like, in any orientation that you like. Those of you who bailed and have the option to place yourselves anywhere you like, there's a large gatehouse. These are ballistas. They don't quite look like that. I'll get into it. But these are obviously like siege weapons, some turned inward, some turned outward. There are two large metal structures, which you guys obviously won't be able to see what's inside of them. Here's that cook pit that you were seeing with some supplies stacked around there. The whole thing sits kind of like atop one of the hilltops on the base of this that has large caverns going down either side of it. So it's kind of like on this pinnacle of this like point of, you know, like you were seeing things built into the stalactites at the top. This almost looks like it's built on top of a flattened stalagmite on the bottom.
Gotcha.
And, you know, this thing comes to a crash. These walls are probably 50 feet high, going around the perimeter, made out of the same dark metal with like a stone floor. There's a big like metal pad that's underneath the shrubs that, you know, is now like pancaked between the metal pad and the bottom of the elevator. And you guys, let me see here. Arthur, Arthur, Reed, and Rowan. You know, you guys can place yourself anywhere within that circle. It's close enough to where your, your elevator's landing. Galfast, would you have, you know,
Actually,
just,
I guess we're right next to each
just
other.
which wall would you have, gone into? You've got kind of three options here.
Yeah. I definitely pick one of the higher ones. My goal would be to do like a harmless swing. You know, you attach and kind of fulcrum back and forth would be my goal.
Okay.
If there's nothing like that, you know, whatever.
Pendulum?
Close. Yeah, pendulum. Is there a wall that I could pendulum on in a moment?
Full
Yeah, so I mean, that was the reflex save you made, is you got that wall. I'm just asking you to place your character physically. Which wall did you do that to?
Okay, it would have been the biggest one, so I think the gatehouse probably would have caught my attention.
The gatehouse wall? Okay, you got it. Then we're going to put you and, let me see here, Kythar, who's attached to you. Both down there. Simone, I'm going to put your character down. As far as I'm concerned, you two magic guys can pretty much put yourselves wherever you would have landed, because you jumped out above the 50-foot mark, which would be above where the walls are. You could, in theory, place yourself atop them. Let me put some baddies down before you do so, because that may, change your opinion on where you are going to want to be.
Baddies.
You've got a pair of hunters on top, and you've got
Ooh.
you've got a warden on the wall on this side, and you've got the probably on top of the gatehouse, actually. Okay, this is where your enemies are that you see. As you guys are kind of picking where you want to land, the roofs of the buildings appear to be unoccupied. Some of the forward positions are unoccupied. There doesn't appear to be anybody like in the courthouse or in the courtyard except for your companions. So go ahead and place your characters kind of wherever you think they would be. Or your Atesk and Simone.
I don't like the crossbows pointed in.
Upon landing, it's completely dark down here.
It's completely dark down here. By the way, this is what those look like. Those crossbows are not crossbows. They're like metal.
The fucking
They're like metal
tubes.
tubes.
Artificers?
They're like metal tubes on posts.
And just to be clear, that they spin all the way around. Like they're pointed at us, or they only defend.
They are pointed inward. There are some that are pointed outward that you saw. These ones in the front here, towards the front of the gatehouse. But these ones here, yeah, they do swivel 360 degrees, and they are currently swiveled inside.
This is what the Allies saw at fucking the Somme.
Yes,
As
this
they
is
fucking
much better than fighting
stormed the
drow
trenches.
outside.
1916.
So I'm trying to put myself up over here.
I got you. You
But,
probably
it's saying
running your stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's saying.
Fuck
Thanks.
Hell.
Tesk? Wait, are
Yeah,
you unknown?
I put
are
my-
you unknown adventurer? Did I not?
I think so.
Okay. It's funny because you say a Tesk here, but that's fine. Great. Okay, so you're putting yourself down in the courtyard of Tesk.
Yeah.
Okay, great. We will pick this encounter up after our break, and we'll get all dramatic with it, and some stuff will happen. We'll be back. It's 8:23, 8:33. Let's come back.
Nice. Okay, sounds good.
Cool.
Alright, go.
Yep, we're gonna do this first. Be back. Back. And that we're live. Hey guys. Okay. So you guys have just landed. Not with as much of a, I wouldn't say crash landed, because that's what was going to happen before Rowan intervened. But because he managed to get a shrub in the way, the rest of you guys managed to like find your own way off near the bottom in such a way that, you know, minimized or negated the, you know, impact of damage, or, you know, you guys all land. I'm going to say that Galfast, you land with Kythar. The gatehouse is taller than the walls are. It's probably right at that 60-foot mark. So, you know, we'll say that your hook is attached like near the middle of it. or near the top of it rather, and that puts you guys like on the ground, like your pendulum thing. Your toes were like scraping the ground as you were penduluming, and you did come to kind of a sudden stop as your pendulum like ended, abruptly on the side-to-side front thump as you like landed into this kind of metal building on this side. Atesk looks like he misty steps down. Simone glides down onto the like corner of the, for lack of a better term, battlements, which are about 50 foot tall walls made out of some kind of dark metal that have these like, they're not guns, but these things that look like guns on posts, swiveling around, looking at you guys. Now, right now, they are specifically looking at Galfast and Kythar, for the ones that can see him, and the rest of them are just kind of like pointed at the center generally, maybe even more pointed at the shrub that's down there than the structure itself, the elevator itself. Although, Rowan, I don't know if you have the means to put that down or not, but it may work into your guys' tactical favor to know where that hedge is, where that wall of shrubs is, because they do provide standard cover. It looks like.
Yeah. It won't let me put it down, but it would be what I planned for was across like the middle, because it's 60 feet. So like from like right. Whoops.
Here.
If you select the measuring tool and then select like line or whatever, so on the left below your guy, select that little measuring tool and then select not cone or square, I think.
Ray template, I think, is what you're looking for. Maybe.
Ray, maybe. Ray or cone, maybe. Ray template. Yep, that's it. The one at the bottom with the two arrows.
Wait, where is this at?
So all the items on the icons on the left, there's your token controls. Your one that looks like a little guy, and then the measurement controls underneath that. If you click the measurement controls, then there's like an up down arrow.
Okay.
And you may be able to draw a ray where we can see it. If not, then I will just like draw a hokey poke version of it, and we'll just know that there's cover there.
It'd be like, can you guys see that?
I can see that. Yeah, that doesn't look like it's 60 feet though. I think 60 feet would pretty much get you across this this deal, right?
I mean, if every square is 5 foot.
Let me see here. What does that say? Oh no, I guess not. Yeah. So I guess that is right. 55 feet. Yeah, I guess that is right. Okay, cool. So the elevator has crushed the section of that is in the middle of it. I described the elevator as approximately 10 feet wide, so I'm going to draw my own little rectangle here. So this section here of the hedge has been flattened by the elevator and will not provide adequate cover because it's been smushed. But the rest of the hedge is still standing. A bunch of these guns are pointed at Galfast and Kythar, more than likely because they were the first ones to like make their way into eyeline. And as they kind of like slam in there, there is a voice that comes from, where the fuck is she?
Here.
It comes from the priestess, and she just, in common, just says, "Drop your weapons and surrender, or we will kill you."
Simone's gonna yell out, and if I need to do a Constitution or Athletics to do that, I'm gonna say, "The kobolds have escaped, puta!" And I'm gonna hold up the stored spell, little, unknown, the thing that had that bleeding spell in it,
Right.
that I got from the other priestess upstairs.
Right.
And I'm going to hold that up into the air. And I'm all, "The drow are dead up there."
You see her smile at the sight of this rock, and you saying the drow are dead up there. She says, "Good." And then she says, you will all make fine slaves for us, or dinner. whichever you prefer.
We would have you guys for dinner.
Anybody doing anything? Saying anything? Taking any actions?
I do want to take an action.
Great. Why don't you?
I would like to go invisible.
Cool.
I'm gonna drink my dark vision potion.
Cool, because it is dark down here. Those of you who have low light can actually see fairly well. The thing with low light is you need some kind of light source in order for it to work. In total darkness, you're still basically blind. And because there's embers coming up from the grill pit, you guys with low light can still see pretty well. But those of you who don't have it, of course, can't. You can absolutely pop your potion. Aaron, invisibility, is that a spell for you?
It's an item. Is from the dragon. It's a Pathfinder 1 holdover. I think it's an enchantment on something.
Okay, cool. Love that. So you are going to disappear. You take this time to disappear from sight. The rest of you. If this were a surprise round, would there be anything that you would want to do?
Yes, summon Wilb.
Okay, great. You start to summon Wilb.
Let's Rowan. Let's make a run for it.
Run where?
Let's go back up Kythar.
All right.
So we would use our surprise round to run. I would run over here.
Okay. So you start moving forward. Rowan, are you following Reed?
I will. Give me once.
Simone, where are you?
Who's over here? How long does it take
I'm
you
up
to summon?
battle.
Oh, okay. I see you. I see you.
It takes me 3 actions.
3 actions, cool. So you can do it in a turn.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm assuming it's the surprise round.
Are
Yeah.
you giving us 3 actions for a surprise round?
I phrased it that way to get you guys thinking about how little time you have and how pressing this moment is. So, I asked, does anybody want to do anything? And I got silence. I said,
Yeah.
if this were a surprise round, what would you do? And everybody has something they want to do. So
Is this dude like directly in front of us, or is he?
they're up on the 60-foot gatehouse.
Oh,
But Galfast does have his magical rope, most of the way up the gatehouse, and he's at the bottom of it with Kythar.
Ready to climb?
then I'll go there instead of where I was.
Cool.
Arthur's gonna
Give me
Go over
5,
here.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Could I use the rest of my movement to climb up?
Are you trying to climb up the portcullis, or are you trying to climb up the rope?
Actually, they're still at the top of the rope, aren't they?
They're at the bottom of the rope specifically. You are all at the bottom of the rope, unless they want to also climb the rope with their turn. But Galfast went invisible, so you actually don't see Galfast at all. He's just gone.
I'm gonna look at Kythar and point.
Muted. You're muted on Discord itself. There you go.
You fuckers can
There
hear
it
me?
is.
All right, cool. All right. Yeah, let's fuck some shit up. Okay, you went like this. I'm gonna go like this. So let's start climbing.
All right, we're gonna climb up.
And Reed, you could step up to go fucking grab the rope and bump into something that's not there.
What the? Does Galfast say anything?
Yeah, Galfast Reed
Oh.
just slams into you, knees you in the shoulder, basically.
I mean, realistically, I'm going to also move, so I probably wouldn't be occupying that space at this particular moment. I just didn't want to take. But yeah, as I pass, I'm going to say, I'm going to sneak around him. You're going to hear. And you'll smell bad breath.
Any other actions?
Actually, I think it would be better, Kythar, if you're going up, it'd be better if you go first, because you could make it all the way up there first. I'm out of actions after that.
Yep, I
Because
can be up
Kythar,
there.
you're starting at the base of the rope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you
Alright.
you scamper up the rope. Atesk, have you done anything? Or are you choosing to do anything?
Yeah, I think I'll warp step over here next to Simone.
Okay, great.
can't
You can't
really
do it
move.
because there's a quote unquote wall there. I got you.
Thank you.
Quote
and then
unquote.
I'll cast shield on myself.
Love it. Rowan, can you not move yourself off that platform there, bud?
I've messed up, but yeah, I'm gonna move forward, and just towards the bottom of the wall.
Do we have line of sight on them, Dave? Like these two creatures?
These two, yeah, they're hunters. They've got their bows poised like over the edge. You can absolutely see them. You can see everybody. They're all in position where you can see each other. 100%.
Arthur's ready to take the first shot, but he's going to hold his action for basically combat to begin.
Okay.
So Kythar's being right next to the rope is going to climb up, use 2 of his movement, and as he gets to the top, he's going to use. But I'll make sure it's just saved. He's going to use Helm of 4 Winds.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet. So that'll definitely kick off combat. So you make it to the top. Pacow. You gotta place that cone. I think you can.
Hold on. How do I turn it? Oh shit.
I don't know how to turn it. Yeah, I was trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure it out with. Oh, control. Hold control and scroll.
Yep. Nope. It's shift.
Oh, for me it's control. Interesting.
All right. Place that there. Yeah, boy.
Bombs away.
Nice. Then I've got to take this guy and roll a reflex. I've got to take this guy and roll a reflex. And I've got to take this chickadee and roll a reflex.
Oh, nice, Odo.
Thanks.
That helmet's really coming in handy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so roll your damage.
96.
Holy shit!
I mean, it's one of your quest items, you know.
It didn't roll properly. What the fuck?
I think it's friendly because it's a custom item. Why don't you just roll 96 from the bottom there, and we'll apply the damage that way.
Oh, it's because it's labeled as persistent.
Oh.
That's why.
Okay, I'll change that next time. 29 damage.
29 damage. Wham, damn. Thank you, ma'am. Go ahead and roll your initiative rolls, folks. Combat has been begun.
Would it be precision or splash damage, Anthony, or nothing?
So, from my understanding, it'd be just regular spell damage.
Yeah, I don't think
Splash is only, splash is only if when you hit something around it also takes damage.
Gotcha. Okay, if I take that off, it should be regular then?
My initiative is grayed out. Am I stupid?
Oh, I have not. No, I have not started the encounter yet. That's me.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah,
Oh, there it goes.
Do you want me to answer that question, Aaron?
For Banjo?
No, Banjo shares your roll.
Shit. Okay. God damn, I gotta read what you gave me. I gotta roll a 1d4
You roll a d4 to see when you can use it again. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I can use it in 2 rounds.
This does not seem like an encounter I want to start below.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna burn a hero point.
I don't believe you can for.
Oh, okay.
initiative.
Okay. That's fair.
Initiative, we're perception, right?
Perception, unless you want to pitch me another skill.
Ooh, could I pitch you acro or athletics because I'm climbing a rope?
Yeah, I'll take that.
No, I already attacked, so I can't.
Wow!
God
Whoa.
damn, Joe.
I rolled a 1, so.
I also rolled a 1.
Nope. Atesk and Arthur both ensuring that you guys are solidly in the first deal. That's fun. Anthony, seeing that threat colon be something that's actually got it's not like green or fucking-
It's extreme. Is it extreme or moderate? Or you
something.
don't have to tell me.
It's something.
Yeah.
It's not green anymore. All right, so you guys know the drill. Combat works. You guys take your turns all in tandem. As a reminder, walls 50-foot tall, gatehouse 60-foot tall. Portcullis in the down position in the gatehouse. I think we did. I cleared the shrub when I cleared the fire. Let's just draw that back in. I will handle that while you guys are taking your turns.
Well, Kaithar being next to the nearest man, he's going to go ahead and double attack on with the speed hammer. If anybody,
And we take all our turns all at once, right?
Everybody's all at once.
yeah.
Okay, you said 50-foot tall walls,
The gatehouse is 60, but yes, the walls are 50.
and the doors are currently closed.
Correct.
Okay, a couple other just quick
You're
setting
good.
questions.
Yeah.
So the inner wall where the guns are pointed over are
Correct.
they like notched or is it just flat?
Uh,
Is there like places where they couldn't see us at a certain angle, or is it literally just a flat surface where they're?
I mean, they're kind of like traditional. I forget what the bastioned castle walls, whatever they're fucking called.
Portholes.
on both sides.
Well, yeah, on both sides, with the exception of where these staircases lead up onto the. Oh, excuse me. Where these staircases lead up onto the walls themselves, obviously.
Got it. And the doors are currently closed. Do they look locked, or would I not know?
I mean, you can give one. You can give one a push as you're, walking past.
Okay, I'll think about that. Everybody else can go. That was
Cool.
my setting questions.
Yeah, love that.
I have more setting questions. Is there
Fire
any
away.
prisoners in those cages?
At a glance, you take a look, and they're. I need to make a roll to see if there are any prisoners.
Do you remember?
The cages are more than half full, with a combination of like kobolds and goblins. There are some deep gnomes in here, so they are, like of the same height. Like they all appear to be like that smaller size category, but there's like a bunch of them, across the board. Like I said, these could probably hold hundreds. There's probably 80 prisoners in these cages right now, and they're all like clamoring at you guys, and all of the activity here. Some of them are like pressed up against the bars watching, while other ones are like huddled near the back in the corners trying to stay as out of the way as possible.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright, with Kaithar, when nobody can say anything, fucking Kaithar is going to start swinging some shit. Kaithar is going to go ahead and swing his hammer.
You can do the whole thing on your own except apply damage. That's the only part I want to do. Missed him. Hit him. There you go. That's...
Oh, shit.
I mean, that's correct, isn't it? That's your damage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, cool.
You just said apply damage, not roll for damage.
No, I mean, you can roll for it too, that's fine. Let's just get it all done. So that's your first 2 attacks. That's your first action, right? And then you got 2 more?
Yeah, so I'm going to use my map.
Yeah, so you get mine. Yeah, there you go. This is where those start. Yeah, correct. Bummer. Third time?
What's the cooldown on your breath attack?
I rolled 2, so 2 rounds. So in the in 3 rounds.
So not next round, but the round after he can use it again.
Mm-hmm. So there's 1 round, next round, and third round.
Right, because basically the number that comes up is the number of rounds you don't have it. But you do have 1 more hit if you want to take it at your last map.
I will use. Can I try? Is that fire right there? You said?
It's like a cauldron with like boiling oil in it.
Cool. I'm gonna fucking ram him into that.
Give
I'm
me
just gonna charge it.
an athletics check. And
Got you,
he will
buddy.
oppose it. He will oppose it. Did I give
And
these
it's,
guys?
you can do it!
Did I give these
And
guys an
it's
athletic
a-
skill? I did give them an athletic skill. Ooh. He was very close. He was very close to a nat 20. Yeah, so you give him a shove. The kettle isn't like big enough for his entire self to fall in. It's a little bit bigger than like a toilet opening. So you push him back, and he falls in it from like mid thigh to mid torso. Like that whole like kind of like ass bottom end of him falls in it, and he starts like getting burned and shit from the oil, and is not a happy camper.
Does he take any damage? Oh.
Does he take any damage? I don't know. Yeah, he takes some damage.
Okay. Okay. Does he move back to like this area since he's right next to it, or?
Yeah, I mean he's like half in the kettle. He's like half in the kettle.
Okay, not trying to do your job here. I'm just checking.
You're cool. I can only move so fast, man. All right, next person. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna tell. Oh, go ahead. You go.
Okay, I'm gonna do some moving.
Oh yeah, I'll
I
put you
can't
on the
go.
wall. No, I got you. I
Yeah,
got
just
you.
put me on the wall. As a quick question, do I have eyesight of the bow over here?
Yeah, you can see all those guys. Yeah.
Okay. I think at this point I'm gonna drop Banjo out.
Okay.
and
Who
I'm
should
gonna
not
have-
be invisible, correct? Once you drop him out off your person.
he's in my pack on my back, but yeah, once I drop, I'm losing invisibility as we speak.
Got you.
so
Got
it's
you.
not gonna be,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna. And just to be clear, I don't see anything behind me on those, or would I not know the ones behind me to the north? The
You. Yeah, actually, at this point, now that you're up on the wall, you can see that they're there, but they're unmanned.
Okay. Got it. I'm gonna drop invisibility, drop Banjo. I'm gonna have him move to attack, and I'm gonna shoot one. I'm gonna tell him to move. He's gonna attack on his own, and I'm gonna shoot one arrow.
Okay, great. I think you can do all that from Banjo's character sheet and your character sheet, and the interaction
Yep.
menu. Don't forget to target.
For sure, I can do that. If somebody else wants to go, I'm just gonna be doing rolling dice. I don't know how you wanna.
It's not my turn.
I'm gonna tell Eskimo, hey fool, you got right, I got left.
Sounds good.
Ooh, nice.
Hit your damage as you go, and I'll apply it.
I'm gonna have Wilb move forward, and he's gonna be like, finally. And then I'm going to have him do Draconic Frenzy.
Ooh, a frenzy, you say?
Yeah, that's right. So
Nice. It's 3 strikes for 2 actions. Love that.
yeah. And if he actually, you know what? No, I take that back. I'm actually gonna oh, man. I'm going to actually do my breath weapon.
Cool. Love that.
That's what I'm gonna do there.
That's fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that instead. And I'm gonna do that in a 60-foot line. So it'll be right here.
Perfect. Love that.
Yep.
Ooh.
So we have to roll saves. Is that correct?
Basic reflex save against my spell DC, which is 27.
Fail. 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 So full damage.
Oh!
No double damage,
Full
but full damage
damage.
across the board.
Alright, cool. They all take 7 damage.
7 damage.
Yeah.
Ouchie! Ouchie!
Yeah.
Any of that persistent fire damage by chance?
Nope.
Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah, it is.
we're gonna homebrew that for you. I think we homebrewed that last time. We gave you a little
Yeah,
more. On
we
that.
homebrewed it where you said do 2d6. So I said okay. So I added an extra d6 to it.
Is it supposed to only be 1d6?
It's only 1d6 until level 12. They neutered the Eidolon. Let me let you know that.
Yeah,
I'm more versatile, but when it comes to like just raw damage output, it's a lot different.
All right, yeah. Our new default is 3d6 on that. You can add another d6 because you're still way underpowered for what your companions are putting out right now, my guy.
You should
Okay,
edit it so you don't. So
I'll
it just rolls
do.
out.
I will. I'll edit it. I'm just gonna roll that extra d6 right now.
Roll
Then
it, please. There we go.
Hey,
Yeah, so
nice.
if you can
Cool.
almost double your damage by rolling a single d6, then we're not talking major power curve yet. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
All right, cool. So that is all applied across the board. Are you actioned out?
I am actioned out because we share actions now. So
Okay, great.
if you want to get rid of that fire for me, I'd also appreciate that.
Yeah, I will do that. Is there a way to just delete this without deleting everything?
When you select the what's it called, the measure icon, measurement controls, you should be able to select the fire at the bottom then and just delete it. For some reason, I can't, and I don't know why.
Yeah, interesting.
Let's see.
I'm sure because I haven't put the other one down. I'm trying to clear them all. It's fine.
Cool.
All right, cool. So yes, there you are. Boom.
Nice. Thanks.
Who else? What are you guys doing? What's up?
How many actions? Go ahead.
So Rowan's going to whoops. Wait, hold on. So I have with my staff I can cast runic weapon on a hold on, sorry. I just had it open.
You're okay.
But I can cast it on a so it's targets one weapon that is unattended or wielded by a willing creature in its touch, and it gives the target becomes +1 striking weapon, gaining a +1 item bonus to attack rolls and increasing the number of weapon damage dice to 2. And I'm gonna do that if I'm able to. I'm gonna reach over and do it to Arthur's gun.
Cool. Great. Love that.
But I don't know how to
Like apply
give
it.
him that. Yeah.
Can you?
You just cast it, I think, and then there should be like a spell ability that you drag onto, to what's his name, for the professor.
How do I cast it from my weapon though?
Oh, it's on your weapon.
Yeah.
You got to strike him with it.
So
That
it's
generally.
Cast a spell, you expend. Yeah.
What's the name of the weapon?
Verdant staff.
I would say, is there a spell that's associated to it, or is it just from that? Let me see here. Verdant staff. Oh, it has. Cast a spell, you expend a number of charges. The branch grows. While wielding it, you gain a +2 circumstances. And for Verdant Staff, for what I have is the branch grows spring that changes colors in autumns and sheds in winter. When wielding, remastered version. Sorry. Still says the same thing here.
I will manually apply it to him. You said it does another. It does another damage die, and then what else does it do?
It's +1 item bonus to attack rolls and an extra weapon
Plus
die.
one
Oh,
attack
wrong.
and extra die. All right, great. I've got that noted here. We will have him manually add it. Is that it for actions for you, Rowan? I think you should have one more.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be it for me now.
Okay, great. I think Arthur is the natural next asking point. Your weapon is now. What does it look like? How is his weapon, like magically affected, Chris?
So it's going to, because what it says is that the weapon glimmers with magic as temporary runes carve it down its length. And it's just going to be a bunch of runes of like different like trees and plants, just kind of these glowing, leaves, just kind of almost like along the barrel, and the stalk.
Arthur's going to be looking at it, noticing the runes, but he's also in a high stress situation, so he's trying to keep his gun on target while this is all happening. And he takes his shot, the closest dark elf he can find.
Cool.
Yeah, that's the one.
Roll an attack roll. You can add the +1 damage when you roll it, Stover. Just add a +1 circumstance bonus to the attack roll, that window that pops up when you do the attack. You can just give yourself a +1 from that screen.
Okay.
And then I will give you the extra damage die when you hit. Go ahead, Anthony.
Oh,
Say my favorite thing about this is that one of the rules that we had for going into the Great Below or whatever is we're not going to shoot Arthur's gun. We're not going to get into fights. The first thing we do is land right into a fight.
Literally land right into a fight. So that is absolutely a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage, Arthur. Oh, you know what? Do I not have? Am I not on the right? There we go. Great. I'm gonna do damage and splash damage. Splash. Cool. Then presumably you're going to take an action to load.
Yeah, he's going to reload. Mm-hmm.
Cool. And with your third?
Present! Fire again.
All right, take it at your map. How long does this last for, Chris? Is it a minute?
Oh, yeah, 1 minute.
Oh! Man,
so keep
Arthur will have
so just keep adding that +1.
All right. Oh, it's a miss.
Miss, it's okay. But go ahead and roll me just a d12 with the dice at the bottom. Just roll a bonus one for me. That's your extra die that roll from your power up. Two damage is still 2 damage.
It moves him into not feeling good.
There you go. I saw a little blood splurt, show up. So It was enough. It was enough.
How many blood actions? Spurt.
How many actions until I have to be at the top here, David?
What's your movement speed?
30.
Give me an acrobatics check. Or an athletics check, excuse me, rather. Two actions to get to the top.
Okay, so I'll expend my 2 actions. I'm assuming I'm here now.
Yeah, I'll move you because that brings you over a wall. You get up there and there's a drow half sitting in a bucket of burning oil, and he's been beaten pretty heavily.
I'm gonna swing at what exposed body there is.
He's got plenty of that.
Let me target him. Sorry, I'm in the way, but I can't move anymore. And do this. Okay. There you go. Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. Crit.
We're gonna crit this dude.
We're gonna crit.
I'm critting.
Whoa.
44 damage.
Well, that's on you. Give me a second. It's because I think it's because I moved you. And that takes him down pretty significantly. Pretty major cleave. I'm gonna say that you just straight up chopped this dude's arm off from the elbow, and as it's flying through the air, little guy comes out and straight up frog style, just unhinges his jaw, and his giant tongue slithers out, grabs it midair.
Is he intimidated by that?
Probably. Yeah, I would say so for sure.
Give up if you don't want to lose the other one.
Oh,
He'll be happy to eat it.
His priestess yells something at him in their sharp language. Who's still
Does
got
anybody
actions? No,
I do.
I'm not granting an intelligence. Well, do you?
Yeah.
Do you just know all languages?
Oh, I thought you meant did I have any actions.
Oh, do you have actions? I'm sorry. I thought you were answering Joe, saying that you understood what she said. I'm like, oh, do you? How do you? Tell me, please. You've got actions. Go for it.
All right.
Joke's on you. I'm a
Mine'll be
moron.
quick. I'm gonna
Fireball.
attack these two guys. No. Slashing gust.
Would you ping him? Which guys?
How do I ping?
You just hold left click.
Those two guys right there.
All right, so that one hits. Roll your damage. I'm assuming one attack on each guy.
Yep.
Ooh, damage. Next guy.
Ooh.
Ah.
Wow.
Well, all right, and then I'll cast shield.
Shield. Cool. You know how to apply the effects and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. How we doing?
And that's it.
Nice.
All right, is that everyone? Because I'm not keeping
Believe
track.
so.
Sounds like it. Cool. All right.
What about Bort?
So I'm about to say he's there. He's just kind of quietly mobbing around with Rowan, I think.
Yeah.
So in this action, you guys have come crashing down, had a very brief exchange, strange brief exchange with this priestess before, Kythar springs into action, uses his Helm of the Four Winds for the first time, I believe, maybe second, and, kicks this off. You guys scramble up these walls. Those of you who are already up there are unleashing flame breaths and, gusts of air, and, Reed and Kythar have cleaved away at one. Arthur managed to get off not one but two shots, as Simone mentioned, despite the fact that we were talking about not doing this. And you guys hear the echo for, rounds after this. Like, it rings on for, 6, 10, 12 seconds after each of these shots has gone off. And you can see, like, no perception check required, no sense motive check required. It extremely rattles all of these drow that a noise that loud has just gone off. Like, they don't, like, flinch, but they just kind of, like, stare wide-eyed at the source of the noise as if they cannot believe that that something like that has just happened. And then it's their turn. Then they get to do stuff.
Brace.
Okay. Love you guys a lot.
Remember, a lot of you guys still have the 14.
Temporary hit points. Yeah.
Yep.
It was 12.
'Cause that lasted for
wasn't it?
10 minutes.
yeah.
Was it 12 or 14?
Scrolling up to find out.
I think it was
believe
12.
12.
Yes, it was 12.
And yes, thank you.
I'm still feeling pretty refreshed.
Little damp.
Apparently I didn't actually do a test roll on this. I need to put a range in for the
Misfire.
rules. Give me a second. Damage dice.
Did you create like a custom?
Yeah, I tried, but apparently it didn't
Yeah.
work correctly.
You gotta add a range increment.
I don't even know how to fucking do that. I see. Is that
Usually you add it to the weapon.
But I'm just adding it to, because I'm not adding it to a weapon. I'm adding it to like an NPC. Fuck it. You know what? I'm just gonna do this old school. All right. It's plus 15, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna go.
All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna try to lay him down for a second.
You're good. Oh, nice.
All right.
One of these things goes off, and there's not a. The only sound that you're able to hear is the sound of the giant bolt traveling through the air and smashing on the wall behind you, Arthur, as this guy like unloads what he had, the tube, and despite the fact that it looks more like a gun than like a ballista, there's a giant fucking arrow that comes out of it. And it does not appear to be like powder based, and it does not share the same like crack that your rifle has. But despite that, like this is a 8-9 foot long shaft with a spear with a ballista head on it as big around as your neck. If this thing runs into one of you guys, it's going to be bad fucking news, and there's a ton of them around here.
Arthur communicates that to Rowan and the party. Basically describing all of this because it's a little hard to say other than just a shriek of fear.
Yeah. Then
Sorry, I'm back.
you're okay. You're okay.
You missed
Oh,
What happened?
almost literally having his head ripped off of his body.
Oh
The
shit.
ballista. They shoot giant.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, these things are meant for trolls or something. They're not meant for humans, but they'll certainly do the job.
There's AC is 25. That's a second miss. As another one of these like crashes against the other fucking gatehouse underneath Kythar, and Kythar and Reed can both feel the like ripples in the soles of their feet as this thing like slams against the gatehouse and like shakes it. I can feel like the immense impact and speed that these things are able to pick up. Man. There's another one that misses Rowan.
But see, you should be happy they're not hitting, because if it does, your day's over.
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh, is someone's day's over?
No, it's not a crit. It's not a
Say
crit
it.
because Rowan's AC is 26, and so it's not beat by 10. It only beats by 9.
Oh,
So
Oh,
if,
yeah.
if,
Good job,
he had, if
Rowan.
it had targeted
Yeah.
you, Arthur, that would have been a crit. But there were 2 on you
You're
and
doing
2 on
great,
Rowan.
buddy.
Is
bad.
the arrow at least made out of wood?
The
probably the strongest of oak.
the arrow shafts themselves are made out of wood, yeah, but they have these dark steel tips on them, and the like fletching is from an animal that none of you recognize. All right, Rowan. You, unfortunately, my friend, do catch one of these ballista marks, and you are feeling very grateful for that bonus HP that your friend Attest gave you, because that is about half of the total damage that would have been dealt to you here, as all of these things are unloading. This last guy doesn't really have a super good target. He could probably rotate it on a Tesk. So that's what he's gonna do. So this last guy rotates his thing, swivels at 90 degrees, points it at you, a Tesk, fires. Misses with your, even without your shield spell, I think it would have missed.
I hate to
Okay.
turn myself in, but has the guy near me shot as well?
He has, yeah. He shot at Arthur. These 2 shot at Arthur. These 2 shot at Rowan. And then this one just rotated 90 degrees, shot at Simone. The rest of all the ballista owners who don't have somebody standing next to them are going to take the rest of their turns to like reload and prepare and all that stuff. Everybody who does is going to just take a quick little melee attack, I think, on whoever's closest to them. So in this guy's case, it's going to be Banjo. And that's 2
Banjo
actions,
Use a dig.
3 actions. Miss, great damage. Nope. then the only other guy who's got somebody standing next to him is this dude who's got Wilb standing next to him. So let's target Wilb. Select this guy. Both miss. Good for you guys. That's all fine.
Nice.
We're reloading. We're doing more stuff. This dude is cool, but he's about to. God damn it! Turn that shit off, man. I gotta be 7 guys right now. Like, don't.
Yeah.
All right. So this guy's going to fucking just. He's just gonna swing. He's just gonna. Actually, yeah. Well, you know what? He's probably done. Actually, he's probably done. He's gonna. This guy attempts to run, and the priestess just reaches out and slits his fucking throat. Just fucking kills him.
Oh shit.
For trying to run.
Sacrifice.
Then this dude is gonna here.
Useless.
Pretty much, yeah. You may not speak the language, Stover, but you know what's going on here.
Like, I've been boiled. I've had my arm cut off. I'm out.
Probably got shot too.
Oh man.
Yeah. Light on fire.
Haven't even been paid yet.
Well, I guess meat's back on the menu, boys.
Oh, no, right?
Did that connect, David?
No, neither one of them. Nothing connected.
Okay.
I'd let you know. We're going to do great.
They've got a key drawer.
All right, Joe. I need you to make
Yeah.
that fortitude save for me. I need Reed to make that fortitude save for me, please.
Absolutely. My question is, am I a target of a spell
You are a target of a spell.
that is either emotion, fear, or a mental trait that allows a saving throw?
It is none of those.
Great.
That sounds really specific.
Public or...
Yeah, you can do public.
In front of our house.
Oof.
26. You make it. That's DC's only 25. So you are not blind. Congratulations. I can fight. That's everybody except the Drow Warden, who pulls a little totem out of his pocket and summons himself.
This one?
Yeah, this one. Where the fuck is he? A giant bat. And that is
Original.
and that is it for these homies. We're back around to you guys. We've got these giant spear-sized ballasts coming through. But things are cool. What are you guys doing? You're up on the gatehouse.
Is this dude dead so like we can stand
Yeah,
there
you
now?
can stand there. I'll move his body. He tumbled over the wall.
I'm gonna move there.
In
Give
conjunction,
Kaito some space.
in conjunction,
Yeah.
I'll move right there.
Cool.
I'm gonna take a swing at her.
Yep.
How you doing? Good looking.
Hey.
Rolls nat 1. Denied. Oh,
Wow,
nope, just
again
a
a low roll. Yeah, I'll use my map, I guess.
Cool. Battle hit.
There we go. We'll do damage.
Nice.
Great.
Holy Spirit! I want that fucking sword.
Kythar, it's up to you. Finish her.
Kill her!
Yeah, she's probably stronger. I'm gonna target her since she's adjacent. I'm gonna go ahead and do.
You should get 3 attacks, 2 at your top map, 1 at your second.
No, well, I get my regular attack, right?
Right, yeah. Your first one, that's both at your highest map, and then one attack at your second. 'Cause you had to move to get there, right? So you had to use an action to move. And then, there you go. So that's both your first ones. Go ahead and roll that damage. I'll apply it, and then you can roll your second attack.
Goddamn.
Yeah, one more. One more.
See if she can get him to stand down.
At your second map. If you like, you have one action left.
If it's a low roll, I'm gonna use a hero point. Can I preemptive that?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
All right.
Just enough.
Let's go.
Hit damage. Yeah, that's not going to have an impact. And cool. Yep. That'll do it for her.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
What happens when she dies?
You guys still have the rest of your turn to take, but Kythar gets to describe what that looks like.
So Kaitar is gonna do a up-down approach with this hammer. He's gonna fully just like fucking through the crotch, fucking hit her up, and watch this come down, and her head leads down and smash her down to the ground. Head first.
Ouch.
I call it a whoopsie daisy.
Cool.
Oops, a daisy.
Does that attack scene? Well, I'm assuming the priestess or the at least head of them, seeing her die, does any psychological damage or psychological effect?
I mean, it's not great, but they all have giant steam-powered spear throwing machines, so they're still liking their chances. Any other people with actions want to spend them somehow?
I'll do mine next. They're going to be quick. I'm going to do 2 arrows and 2 banjo attacks.
All this, bro?
Yep.
Cool. Nice.
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 Oh, nice.
Good.
And the banjo gets a couple. Wow.
He's like biting his pants. He has a chunk of his pant leg.
He is going to take a riposte on your crit miss.
Okay, and the guy is currently manning the.
No, he's turned. He fired the first shot, turned around, and started attacking Banjo.
Okay, got it.
Well, I guess I used the longbow instead of the other one, but it's all right. The damage is comparable. God damn it! Great. So that's it for you, Aaron. Correct?
Yeah, and when he hits Banjo, Galvaz is gonna be whisper yelling, "Don't you attack him! Don't you attack him!"
Get your hands off my boy!
Oh, that's funny. Arthur and Rowan, you guys are down there in the pits, and then we got Team Corner over here.
I'll go since I know what I'm doing.
Sweet.
I'm going to use 2 of my actions to act together. That allows me to spend one. My Eidolon or myself can take 2 actions, while the other one gets to take 1 action.
Got it. Yeah.
So it's 2 actions for 3 actions essentially.
Right.
But I just can't spend it on a 3 action thing. Anyway, so it's not like I can cast another spell or anything. Okay. So I'll be doing that, and then I will be using Draconic Frenzy from Wilb, targeting the creature that just tried to strike him.
Okay.
Which allows me for 1 attack with my primary and 2 with my secondary.
Roll him. If you hit him, hit the damage.
Yep. So first will be that. That's a hit.
Nice.
Great.
It's,
Nice.
critical.
So get double on that. Get dib dubs.
And that second one's a miss. So since that second one was a critical, my breath weapon instantly recharges now.
Nice.
Yeah. So that first one, I will just take damage. So that's 17.
On him.
And the second one's critical.
He's just a chill drow hunter, man. Why would you want to do that
And
to
that
him?
second, so the other one's 34.
That's quite a bit of damage.
He's not feeling so good.
Not so good.
And then with my one action on Simone, I will be casting using my ability to cast spells through Wilb to shield him, to cast shield on him, which is
Okay.
a cantrip of one action,
Cool.
and that will be my turn.
Great. We've got a Tesk and
Yeah,
Team Court.
I will. I'll use Fireball.
Sweet.
Original. Excellent.
That looks like it's going to get him.
Dim dam.
So what are we rolling? Can you get me a button to press?
Yeah, you need a DC. Here. Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Perfect.
Big fans of buttons to press instead of math. Ugh.
Hey.
It's the universal language.
Success.
Oh, does it catch their ammunition on fire?
I mean, I think it more like would flash burn them because I don't. It's not like an elongated thing. It's like a burst of flame, right?
Okay, so same with the Wilb, akin to that.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let me hit this reflex for this last guy. Success. So we're 2 halves, and the guy closest to you gets the full damage. So what's that? 21. It looks like. So
Yep.
21. Half and half. Cool. I'm gonna clear the templates.
And then I'll just cast shield again, and I'm done.
Cool. Love that. All right, Team Courtyard.
Oh, another fucking bat. God damn it. Goddamn bats.
Arthur's going to move and reload. It's where he can get to the wall.
Yep.
So basically, he's going to use the wall to like steady his shot and take the same aim where Banjo and Galfast are.
Shoot this guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you get shot and a reload, I guess?
We'll reload. Strike.
That's yeah. You got the reload for free on the move. The strike.
Mm.
How we're doing? How we're doing?
How we doing?
Nice. That's a crit.
All right.
Go ahead and crit him. Go ahead and crit him. Oh my god! Is that right?
Let's
126? Wait, hold on. What's additional
Hold on.
custom damage of plus
I think-
10?
I think
Something wrong.
yeah, I
Something
think
might be wrong
I
there.
think you goofed something there, bud.
Yeah, maybe I did.
No, we're fine.
That like 10d12.
So it should
Doesn't
be
sound right.
Yeah, it should be 2d12 plus 5 double.
5.
Plus 2 exploding damage, splash damage.
Yeah. So you want me to do that manually?
Why don't you? Well, yeah, we'll just
Oh my.
yeah. Roll 2d12 plus 5, and we'll fucking do that. Everybody's eyes just burst out of their fucking heads right now. 126 damage. What the fuck?
I'm like, what?
When my whole screen fills up with dice, yeah, it catches my attention.
So 2d12 plus 5.
2d12 plus 5. Correct.
All right. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Still not bad. That's still 44 damage.
That's a ton of
you
damage.
You have to times that. You have to multiply.
I did.
by
22
2.
double
Yeah,
is
by 2.
44. All right. And then I'm assuming you're taking your last action to reload. You may move again if you like.
Oh boy. Yeah. Do or die. Do or die. He's gonna keep running this way so he can get.
And as a reminder, I didn't draw it back in, but there is a little shrub cover, over here as well. I don't know if that makes any difference to you.
I don't know if he can make it.
If you ran straight from that corner here, that would be 25 feet of movement exactly to get up against it.
Stay on target.
Yeah, Arthur's gonna do that.
Okay, the white part is the crushed part. That's where the elevator is. You want to be there. You go.
Yeah, be right there.
Sweet. Then love it. That leaves Rowan, I believe.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm going to cast. I'm gonna cast Dinosaur Form.
Okay.
Oh,
You
can't
could have
turn
turned
into a
yourself
bird,
into a
but-
tri. You could have turned yourself into a flying dinosaur this
Look
anytime.
at this list of dinosaurs, man.
None of 'em can
Whoa.
None of them can fly. And I'm gonna turn myself into a Dionysus.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
A fucking what?
It's would be equivalent to like the velociraptors in the first Jurassic Park movie.
Put that fucking whatever Google fucking search you're using for this because I want to use that next.
I just looked it up.
Put that in chat. Put that shit in chat. I want.
I believe I applied the effect to you. As you can see, you are now a size category large.
Okay. And then so that's 2 actions, and then I'm going to use an action to move. And if I can move 40 feet, so I will move to right there.
And Arthur, a fucking dinosaur just stomps up behind you.
Oh, Arthur's completely. I mean, he doesn't know what to do. He's like, did I make the wrong decision?
Don't be afraid. It's me, bro.
in like this
Can I still
super calm,
talk?
collected voice.
I think you can talk.
I say that's up to the DM, I guess, right?
I'd say you can, yeah.
As a druid, I would say you probably, you know what I mean.
And then he'll come up behind Arthur and just go, "It's me, Rowan."
Rowan.
Dinosaur.
You're full of surprises tonight.
I am.
Years.
I'm gonna smack Kythor and be like, what the hell, man? Is that a dinosaur down there?
I want to ride that.
But that'll be my.
I can't enunciate my R's with the dinosaur mouth.
Little did you know that Conan's name before it was Conan was Kythor.
Is that it for you guys? I think it is.
Yes.
Yes. You guys see as the couple of guys who are still like manning guns, like don't know who to aim for. They're like looking at Wilb who just got summoned in. They're like looking at this dinosaur that just got summoned in. They're like kind of like swiveling back and forth, like they don't fucking know what target to go after. You see the wardens send the bat to go fuck with the dinosaur. Let me see. What do we
Creature
got?
versus creature.
That looks like a homeless man, not a dinosaur.
This guy's gonna take another shot at a Tesk.
What's that? Is that a crayon in the bottom right corner?
Yeah.
Picture? Nice. Is that your favorite crayon? As my boss would say? Crayon?
A crayon.
He doesn't call it a crayon. He calls it a
Crayon.
crayon. Yeah, crayon or whatever.
Does he also
Brown.
call a creek a crick?
Probably.
Yeah, crick.
Don't attack my upbringing.
Fucking mountain people.
Apparently, that's our California accent.
Whoa, I took
We don't pronounce our
32
T's.
damage. Hold on.
Oh,
You might have got.
Was it a projectile?
It was a projectile.
I have a shield of 5 hardness.
Of 5 hardness.
ooh.
5 hardness.
So you did not take 32
That's about
damage.
average.
You took 27 damage.
Nice.
So what happens to
I
a
I
test?
fixed it.
You
I
fixed it.
fixed
You
it.
got it. Great.
What happens to a test?
He gets run through by a giant spear, but we'll get to that. It's cool.
He gets ran through.
And lives?
At 5 hardness, he gets ran through.
Holy cow, man!
Some would say a gangbang.
These ballasts, you guys are. This could have been a very different encounter. Apparently, the dice. Obviously, the dice have a story to tell. Apparently, the story they want to tell here is that siege weapons are ineffective against plot armor. So
Iomade has blessed this fight.
Hey, it's not over yet, David. Don't.
Thank you, Iomade.
Come on, baby.
Watch
Let's
David
go.
just giant cave dragon shows up or something.
Oh man, I can't see your average dice rolls. I was looking at everybody else's though.
Oh, you
The
can't see
global
mine?
dice stats.
yeah.
No, I can't see yours, but I can see all the players.
Yeah, I'll check them here in a minute. I'll let you know. Let me see here.
Aaron and Joe have the lowest, have the most rolled ones,
Shocker
Oh,
that
yeah,
Aaron's
Joe.
got the lowest fucking.
but Aaron's also on the most 20s rolled.
Wow.
He's an extremist.
But so am I. The median roll is a 10.5.
Oh, that makes
almost
sense.
Average.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that tracks.
Which that's actually that means
That's-
that the dice engine's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Like
Because it should be
Yeah.
getting, the median should be 10 plus or minus 1 for the median.
Okay,
The
but
long
why does Aaron get the lowest rolls?
And the highest.
and the highest.
And the highest, though.
It's Joe.
Banjo
Aaron
takes
gets the
24
highest standard
damage.
deviation.
Still shut up. That's standard deviation.
Can you give me a 60-minute lecture on what the fuck standard deviation means?
60 minute?
Man.
Do you guys have attacks of opportunity?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, you
I
guys
do.
is Kythar and Reed.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I have attacks
Yeah,
of opportunity.
yeah, I do,
you
I do.
guys.
Cool.
You
Go ahead
guys?
and take one.
Okay, so I don't get my double, I just get my
You
standard,
just get your
right?
standard. You get one attack of opportunity.
I still find that some bullshit, though.
No. Damn.
60
You have an
minute
excellent
man.
homebrewed weapon, my friend. I would not worry
Just
about
saying.
it.
Just saying. I'm gonna damage him.
Yeah, the guy with the magical hammer that hits twice and the helmet that gives him a breath weapon is complaining about his equipment. Is that correct? Do I have that right?
That is correct.
Okay,
DM
I just want to make sure I was hearing that correctly.
The DM
But is
takes-
happy when everything hits.
I know the guy who just blew a fat ass cone of fire on everybody.
Literally took a bong rip and blew out fire.
No, fuck no. I had 3 people in there. I only hit 1 person. I saw the fucking damage fucking output on that. So, anyways, I'm gonna yell at that. Run, you little bitch! Tell your mom I said hi.
As you like slice him and he's running away, he like vaults over the gatehouse, lands 10 feet below, like scampers over to the nearest like piece of siege equipment, and as you're finishing your insult, like swivels it 180 degrees and fires it at you.
Oh, hold on, those gonna turn?
Yeah, it's on a swivel.
They've been shooting at
360.
us.
Oh,
They've been turning all around him.
That was in
Wait, these can
character.
turn?
That makes sense for Kythar to say, though.
It does miss and sail past as it poof, like flies over your shoulder and like goes over the wall and like out into like the darkness that is the fucking cavern system.
I imagine that. Sorry, go ahead.
No,
Hold
you're
on,
good.
hold on.
Because
No,
I'm
I'm
actually
just
done.
gonna-
I think that's it for all my guys.
no,
Sorry,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna yell real quick at him. Yeah, your mom missed too when she put it in the wrong hole.
It is
Wisdom saves.
it's 9:48, guys. This is usually about when we call it because you guys started off combat. Kind of makes sense to call it here unless you guys, because it's gonna take a full 20 minutes to get through
Yeah,
this. and
no,
we'll be out.
Yeah, this is a good place.
I gotta get off.
So But here you guys are. I did notice Joe's little sarcastic, like, oh, this is much better than fighting Drow outside the cave, and you guys are fighting them in a fortress instead. But you guys are doing.
It is.
You guys are doing great, honestly. You guys are doing phenomenal.
Yeah.
We have
so
freedom of
will.
movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the freedom of
fully
movement
expects an apology from Reed.
does help. Yeah, and you guys are doing just fine. We'll finish up, or we'll start next session with you guys mopping these guys up and exploring their fortress and kind of figuring out what you're going to do now that you're in the Great Below. And I'll catch you guys next week.
Nice.
Cool. Thanks, David.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, David.
Thanks, David.
Thanks,
Right.
David.
guys. Yep.
See you guys later.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
See ya.
Okay, I bet you it's just me here, but let me double check. Let me look at stuff. Let me see what's here. It is just me here, so I don't need to raid. But 3 hour stream, D&D. Here we are. Next week, we're going to do it. Wednesday. Later.